I am recording.
I am recording.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, it is.
How about that?
How about that?
I smell another TikTok.
Smell another
We
uploaded
live.
a few this week.
What's that? Sorry.
Nice. If only I had TikTok, I could look at them.
TikToks.
Suppose
Yeah,
I
we're
could go
doing
to
all right,
our
aren't we? I had a
page.
look because obviously I'm like, bloody hell.
You
They
have a
get
look
more
just
views.
in case
We
anyone's
got-
slagging you off again.
No, I didn't. I just had a look to see if
Including
anyone
me.
actually watches them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quite amazed at how many views they get. They get way more views than I anticipated.
That's because Chinny knows what's up.
They do. They do. They do. Right, are we ready?
I'm ready. You ready, Chinny?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the washing machine spinning in the background.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Don't bother me none.
Can't hear it.
That's
Take
good.
me outside. How about that?
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that they play in this
I'll just stick with the veteran
reviews and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish?
Veteran gamers.
Okay, I'm finished.
It's the veteran gamers.
That was a farcical sound effect.
Veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
Yeah, boy. Pork chop sandwiches.
That's my
Switch that
purse.
console
I don't know
out before
you.
you have to press repeat, yo.
Hello and welcome to episode 787 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yeah, 787, baby. What's up, people? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny. I like the way
How about that?
Duke didn't play a sound effect.
I
sort of
know, I
supported
was
you.
waiting.
It's
I
the,
thought he was
it's
gonna-
the inversion troll. It's like, I know what he's expecting. I'm
I
going to do the
was
opposite
waiting.
now.
I was
Yeah,
waiting.
well, if you're not happy about it, you can catch me outside.
Take me
I was
outside.
like,
How about
I was
that?
like,
How about that?
shall I do it? Shall I not? Because I know the minute I start speaking, he's going to do it.
I don't know why I suddenly got latched onto this bad baby shit again,
How about that?
but I just can't stop saying it. The Duchess is like, stop saying that. I'm like, no, catch me outside. So anyway,
Yeah. No.
what's going
Uh,
on, y'all? How's your week's been?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Anybody got any stories?
I've got a story.
Oh, snap.
My favorite time. It's story time.
Story
How
time.
about that?
You'll be surprised to know it's actually podcast related.
Oh my God, I am surprised to know that.
You are. You are.
Tell us, tell us.
I got an email this week from Spotify and it said this. An
Okay.
episode of
How
your
about that?
podcast an episode
It
of
said,
your-
catch me outside. Just sorry, go ahead.
episode-
Episode of the podcast. Yes.
has been removed from Spotify.
Ooh.
Right, so
Is
I
that
was
because I
like,
played the turn down for what
well,
music?
that's what I thought. I thought it's going to be something Duke did. Something Duke did. So
Is it
I'll
because
tell you
of
the
Oopsie.
phallic
I'm a-
title?
Bad boy.
no. I'll tell you the episode and see if you can guess why it was removed because it's all.
Oh no, we got another copyright strike.
It was on the. It is due to copyright, so it
Ah,
is due to copyright, but it's old, right? So this was
okay.
episode 482.
Oh my God, 482. That would have
Yeah.
been the one with the RoboCop sound effects.
It wasn't that,
I'm just kidding. I
Ah.
just randomly made up something.
I don't
and it
know.
was entitled "It Finally Happened." So that was the title of this podcast.
Finally happened. Okay.
Yeah.
482.
So, any guesses as to why this
So
episode?
let me ask you this question: did you have to go find out what it was, or did they let you know? Like this?
No,
is...
I had to go find out why it was removed, right? So I had to go
Ah.
back through Podbean and
finally
listen to
happened.
it. So I was like, why was
Wow.
it removed? God, it must be something bad for them to remove it from Spotify. What the hell did we do?
It's because of something's happening.
Something's happening.
Nope.
No. But it is a sound effect, presumably.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not a sound effect. In
hmm.
fact, it doesn't involve you at all. It's nothing to do with
Oh
anything you
man!
did.
Suddenly, this isn't about me.
It's not about you.
Like most things, it's not about me, but I want to make it about me. Okay. Is it because of inappropriate language and stuff?
No, it's something I
Okay.
did. So
Something
it's,
copyright,
Oh.
you said.
it's something
Okay.
I did,
Oh, I
and
like
it's
that.
Okay.
copyright related.
Ooh, okay.
Did you-
Is your
did you
butt
play a-
copyrighted?
Did you play a song at the end of the episode or something like that?
No, it is to do with a particular song.
You played a song.
I played a song. Is probably a better way of
Did you
describing
do a
it.
remix?
No.
Was
Think
it the
about it, this
pissing
is
me
a
off
lo-
sound?
No, this is what, 5, 6, 7 years ago. This is a long time ago.
So did you edit it in, or did you play it live on the show?
No, I edited it in. That
edited it
is correct.
Okay.
After the show had been recorded.
Huh. Little Fluffy Clouds is the only one I can think of that you would play, but it
Nope.
probably wasn't that. Give us a hint. Is it gaming related, this song?
No, not gaming related at all. And it caught a lot of people out.
Oh, well, no.
Oh, do tell.
Go on then, Chitty.
What was
I
it?
think you know what this was.
You rickroll them.
I rickrolled people. So
Oh, wow.
we did
More
an
than
episode.
100 million podcasts are probably getting shut down with Rick rolling.
Well, yeah, but what I did was we had the intro to the show as normal, and then it was just Rick Astley on repeat for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
So that-
Okay.
so
I don't
that's-
remember that.
I
Was
did
this you
this.
first learning about Rick rolling and you just
No,
put it
no,
in there
no,
over and
no.
over?
It was an April Fool's, so it was on April Fool's
Okay,
week,
I
and I was
gotcha.
like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rickroll. And we had people emailing in going, "Oh my god, I've never been rickrolled by a podcast before."
I want to know if somebody listened to all 2 hours because they're like, it's going to start anytime.
Well, someone,
now.
if I remember rightly, and it's a long time ago now, I remember rightly, someone wrote in and said they listened to about 20 minutes before they decided that must be all that it is. But yeah, it was 2 hours. So it's been
Nice.
removed. It's no longer available to
Oh
listen to.
man,
on
you can no
Spotify.
longer hear the April Fool's 2020.
I've
20
forgotten.
What year was it?
29
2005?
2019.
I was going to say it's a long
2019.
time ago.
Okay, not quite that long.
I completely forgotten all about it. I was just like,
Ah.
I
Well,
forgot
Spotify
names.
never forgets.
No, well, it's taken its time. I mean, we've been on Spotify for
I
what,
hope,
nearly
um,
2 years?
I hope Rick Astley
Yeah.
reported it himself.
I know,
Yeah,
so
really.
do I. So do I.
Hey, they're making fun of me. We'll
I
sue
need
them.
more money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very funny.
Well,
I'm
alright.
just shocked at how long it's taken them. They must have got some new, I don't know, algorithm that's searching or something. I don't know, but it found
Yeah.
it. It found us. We've been
It
removed.
found us. Man, I am been speaking of great singers. In addition to Bad Baby,
How about that?
I've been reading, or I've been listening to the audiobook version of a book called Number Go Up about the rise and fall of crypto. And the biggest heist in American history was something like $40 billion in Bitcoin. And it was carried out by these 2 people in New York. And one of them's like basically a straight laced tech bro, like totally hacks everything, whatever. But his wife is this woman who calls herself Razakhan. No, Razzle Khan.
Oh, she's
and
a rapper.
she's like,
She's a rapper.
she's trying to be a rapper,
Yes, I've
but
seen
she's
it.
not a rapper.
Yeah.
It's not justified to call her that.
No,
It's so painful to watch. All the people are like, I know the people who got their Bitcoin stolen are facing a lot of pain, but it's nothing like watching these videos.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
just,
that. I've seen
God.
that story.
It's
yeah.
so crazy. And then they were prosecuting them. They're about to sentence them. And suddenly here comes the US government saying, well, there's national security interest. So we're classifying everything about this trial.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
What's
crazy.
the national security interest in stealing a bunch of Bitcoins and putting out stupid rap songs? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So
Because
anyway,
they're gonna
that's-
steal the
It
bitcoins
was because
afterwards. That's
the rap songs were too hot.
They were too fire, man. But then it was like the exchange, Bitfinex, I think, was the one that got ripped off. They said to people, look, we can't give you your Bitcoins back because they're gone now, but we can give you credit for however much your Bitcoin was worth at that time, and then we'll pay it back as soon as we can, which I thought was interesting because it's, repaying investors for what they had lost, which game companies don't do that shit, right? But anyway, I thought that was interesting. And people, of course, were like, I don't want no fucking credit. I want my Bitcoins back because they're worth like 10 times what they were worth before. So anyway,
Yeah.
crypto's crazy. Am I right?
You are right. You're right. I have got another little story. It's not like
Oh, a
anything
little
to do with the
story.
podcast,
Go ahead.
but
Give us a little story.
I'm on the fitness thing. I've been
Yeah,
doing.
that's why you got the
it all week.
Adidas
I have-
jumper
I
on.
have walked 25 miles this week.
Nice.
I've done 25 miles, fairly brisk, doing about 15, 16-minute miles. So, walking at
Oh,
a good pace.
Right.
Uphills,
It's more than a
downhill.
mile a day.
I was just like, fuck it. You know what? I'm just got to do this shit. I got to lose some weight, man.
That's right. Gotta be
so, yeah,
healthy.
I've got a new fitness tracker band thing.
Okay.
So I got it.
It's not a what is it? Fitbit? That's not
I
that.
have. I am in the Fitbit universe now.
Oh, okay. I got
I've
you.
got
Well, you do
a
have a Fitbit.
charge 6, so I got one of those because, and I'll
Okay.
tell you for why.
Tell me
you
for why. Go ahead.
Because I went for a walk the other week and I had a Within Scan watch. I've still got it actually, but that thing's a piece of shit, man.
Oh, why makes it a piece of shit?
Well, it was expensive and it looks like an analog watch, but it's got like a little smart screen face at the top, and
Okay.
you know it looked posh and all that shit. But then I went for a
Yeah.
walk with it on, and it said for the first 25 minutes my heart rate was over 180.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
Right.
that can't be right. Because
Either
I'd
that or
be
you're having a horrible
dying.
experience. Yeah.
And I'd be out of breath and I'd be feeling
Yeah, sure.
faint and I would be all sorts of shit. But that wasn't any of that. I wasn't out of breath at all.
No.
So I'm like, that can't be right. So the following week, I went for the next time I was off, I went for another walk and I put my old Amazfit watch on and I borrowed Millie's Apple Watch. So I had one
Okay.
on one wrist, one on the
Yeah,
other.
you get the truth from Apple.
And I was like, well, let's see what happens. So I did the exact same walk. And the
Yeah.
maximum my heart got to was about 125. And it averaged about 105. And it was just, and they were both within 2 or 3 BPM of each other. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that Within Scan watch is
Something's
a fucking
wrong
piece
with
of shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
so
guess so.
I thought I'd better get something that's actually a better tracker. So I've got a Band 6 and it's been pretty
Okay.
good. But this thing, right, it's constantly harassing me to do stuff.
Well, yeah. The
It's
more you use
like,
it, the more you want to use it, and the more you're invested in it.
It's like you've
Yeah.
not done your metrics today. You've not hit your
See,
goals
I
today.
can't have any of that, man. Fucking New World, they've joined the club of like, this notification's never going to go away. Once human has some that never, you can't make them go away. That is such bullshit. There should be a law that if you're going to have notifications, there has to be a way to say clear notifications.
Yeah, it's got to be done. But I've lost 2 pounds anyway in the last week.
Well,
or so,
all right.
so.
Glad to hear it.
So I've lost some weight. It's working, and it seems to be a lot more accurate at tracking, and it tracks like instantly. So it's not like one of these every half an hour it tells you what your heart rate is.
Can I get
It's
out of the vehicle?
live
Okay.
all the time.
All
Tracking.
right. Yeah.
So yeah. So it's pretty
Glad
good.
to hear it. Cool.
yeah.
Chinny, you got any news, any stories, any health?
I took my dad to see the Bob Dylan film. Yes.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah. What do you
nice.
think? Because your dad's a big Bob Dylan fan.
Huge Bob Dylan fan.
You like it?
He did.
Yeah.
He did like it.
We watched Timothy Chalamet on Saturday Night Live, and he did some of the songs from that.
I tell you what.
Yeah,
right, I tell you what. I haven't got much of an opinion on Timothy, but he very much transformed into Bob
Oh
Dylan.
yeah, he's a good
So,
actor.
Very good. And there's a lot of what I will say about the film. It's a good film. I liked it. There's a lot of Bob Dylan playing music and everybody look at him going, he's pretty good, isn't he? There's a lot of people.
Damn, he's
There's
so
a lot of
amazing.
people looking at him going, wow.
Yeah.
There's a-
See, I'm waiting for the movie about a singer
tw-
where it's
25
like
minutes.
everyone's like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
What
Like
do you mean
the
that's
reviews.
come out?
There's,
They've done Robbie
there's-
Williams, man.
well, there's all. I mean, no, I mean that's the response to that movie. I'm talking about like there were people who saw Bob Dylan and they were like, he's okay.
What kind
You know
of
what I
a
mean? Like
movie
at
would
the
that be?
time. Well, I'm saying though, it'd be more realistic. That's why the movie Timothy Gosling or Ryan Gosling called Half Nelson about teaching. It's the most real. It's about a guy who gets addicted to crack. It's the most realistic movie about teaching because the kids' heads are down at the beginning of the movie and they're down at the end of the movie. He ain't inspiring nobody, changing everybody's lives. It's just like, whatever, school.
Can we all agree on something though?
No.
What's that?
Can we?
That Baby needs a movie about her?
No, that the Birds version of Tambourine Man is way better than Bob Dylan's version, even though he wrote it.
I don't know if I've heard his one.
Have you?
But
It
that was
goes like,
another one.
I'll give you a rendition. It goes like this. You
No,
ready? It
we'll
goes,
get banned from Spotify.
No, he won't. It won't even sound like him.
Just,
He goes,
well, I'll fill in Rickroll
he
instead
goes,
here.
he goes, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
How about that?
Jingle, jangle. That's what
Well,
it
that sounds
like.
pretty good though. I don't know.
You know,
It's got
whereas the
soul, man.
Whereas the Birds version is way more like, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a
Yes.
song for me. Bring your drugs around here and I'm gonna get high.
If you've enjoyed listening to Stuart sing these songs, you'll want to buy his new double album, Stuart Sings the Classics.
I hated that.
Which bit? Well, me singing it
Just
or the
that whole
actual?
singing section of the show. I hate it.
Well, I think we should move on then.
Where are you going?
Story time's over, isn't it?
You've been playing.
How about that? Take me outside. How about that? What you been playing?
Wow.
Yeah. Who's starting?
Do you know? I forget how noisy that intro is.
What? I can't hear you over the
I know.
intro.
I'm surprised I can hear it all after that. To be honest.
Yeah. All right. Well, if no one else is going to start, I'll start. I've been
Okay.
playing New World, Ateneum, and Once Human because those games are awesome. And I don't really have anything to say about them. I think I'm going to max out. I've never done this before. I'm going to max out New World gathering and chopping and mining skills because I've never done that before. So I want to be able
why
to make
not?
all the stuff. I want to be able to crack all the mining rocks and stuff. It's going to involve some grinding, but that's okay. I'm willing to do it.
Sure.
Who's next?
Oh, all right. I'll go.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Oh, I mean, flipping heck. I've never heard
Yeah.
you speak so little about a game.
Yeah.
So, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Oh yeah. I've been
Oh
playing
yeah,
this.
you've
Yeah.
both
Great.
been playing that.
Yeah.
Oh
Hoop.
snap!
The Great Hoop. I've got to say, right, I'm in the section of the game where you've got to sneak through the Nazi camp
Oh.
and lower the flag, and then you've got to go and find some artifact that I don't know, the commandant or whatever is nicked. And I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass. I thought, oh, I'm going to get fucking like seen every 3 seconds. I'm going to have to hide or I'm going to have to fight someone. Ugh. And it actually wasn't that bad.
Because you were dreading it.
I built myself up to like, oh, this is going to be awful. I'm going to fucking suck at this stealth shit. But there wasn't as many people around as I anticipated. And I sneaked all around the side and I got to the flag in no time. No time at all. So it was fine, really. And I lowered the flag. Then the distraction happened. Didn't seem to make a lot of difference, if I'm being honest. I didn't see exactly what it did when I lowered the flag. And, you know, there was some explosion or something happened. I don't know. And I sneaked up to the place, and there were a few guards around, and I managed to just take them out with spades and whatever's to hand, guitars. They always have guitars. Why are all these Nazis playing guitars? That's what I want to know.
They're big Bob Dylan fans. And he's
I think they must
I
be.
know he's not come out yet, but they love him.
I think actually I saw them sat around a fire playing Mr. Tambourine Man.
What did it sound like when they were singing that song,
They
the
were
Bob
down-
Dylan version? Oh wait, you're gonna hate on
That's
Stu for
exactly-
singing like Bob
that's
Dylan,
exactly
but you
what
get
he
to sing
sounds
like
like.
Bob
But I
Dylan?
do a good impression of Bob Dylan.
Oh, I see. This is subjective in terms of accuracy. I see.
Play
Okay.
No.
Well, what about this?
Funny.
Yo, Mr. Tambourine Man, what? That's the DMX version.
Yeah.
Come on!
Uh, It's objective. I think Timothy Chalamet learned his
Is
Bob
it?
Dylan impression from me.
Oh wow, that's pretty impressive.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
As well.
That actually sounds like Bob Dylan. So I did all the sneaking shit, and then I went up the stairs because you got to sneak up the stairs, get to the commandant's office, and then I got the artifact or whatever the shit. And there's two guys.
Are you where are you in Egypt or?
No, yeah, I'm still in Egypt. I haven't got out of Egypt yet, but I'm still.
Because I'm in
but
Egypt.
Yeah, it takes a long time, that Egypt level. I think thinking, it must be over soon.
Well, I think you're ahead of me because I've done the Sphinx bit. I've gone into
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sphinx. I've collected 4 things like tablets dotted around,
Taking them back to her.
taken them back to her, and then that's
Well,
where I'm
that's
at.
the next bit where you come. So the
So I'm
next
not
bit
far
is
behind you then.
no. She tells you to sneak into the camp and lower the flag, and
Right.
she'll
Right.
cause a distraction.
I see.
But this, I've got to say, it gets a bit trickier because there's like 2 guys in one room. There's no way you can take one out without the
Just
other
gotta
seeing.
deck 'em.
Yeah, but one's like some big dude, and if he gets you, it's like one shot kill. You know, he does a lot of damage with one hit. So I tried to take him out, like lure him away into the other room and then take him out. But yeah, I'm nearly at the end, and then I got a bit bored of that, so I then played something else. You know what I'm like.
I have to say, I'm not hugely motivated to play Indiana Jones. People have been banging on about it.
You were fucking really jizzing.
Yeah, you
all
were
over
like,
this
all I
game.
hear
You
is
were,
that it
"Oh,
gets
it's
better as you go.
amazing,
And now you're like, what
yeah."
changed, Chinny?
I just have no like draw to it, and then I start playing it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, and then
Oh, I like this game now that I've played it.
it is good. I can't do a Christopher Walken. I was like, yes, play it more. So yeah,
It's all right. I'm not gonna stop playing it, but
no, it's good.
yeah,
I recognise
it's still good.
But I'm not like, oh, I've got to play it. I'm not thinking about it that much when I'm not playing it. But when I do play it, I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. So I'm still all right. I want to get out of Egypt though. I'm kind of bored of Egypt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a big level. I mean, you do a lot of stuff in Egypt, don't you?
I don't think I've done that much really.
Oh, I feel like I've done quite a lot. I've been in more tunnels than I can shake a stick at. You know what I mean? And with that lighter, little lighter.
Oh yeah, the little lighter. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's sand, isn't it?
It's been all right though. I'm just ready to go somewhere else now. You know, I'm adventuring. I'm Indiana Jones. I want to jet off somewhere else.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm with you. Well, you know, just power through the stories, Stu. Don't worry about the side
No, that's
missions.
what I'm doing. That is literally what I'm doing.
I can't find any side missions. Everybody's like, you get so
I
many
know,
side
yeah.
missions. Like, I don't
Banging on
find-
about side
I don't find
missions,
any.
no.
I literally just
No.
walk up to the main mission and there's nothing else. And sometimes I walk around and like there's nothing. I accidentally came across a side mission.
I accidentally came across
Yeah, it
one.
was
I
just
like
a
that.
guy. It was just a guy by a car, and I was like, "Cool, all right then." I don't know what that mission entails, and I don't know where to go.
But I probably won't bother.
But I probably won't bother with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't want to help
good luck
you.
with
I
that
don't
problem.
give a shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's yeah. I'll keep playing it though. I do enjoy it. I do.
Yeah,
enjoy it.
no, I'm enjoying it, and visually it looks great, and it sounds great. You know, and I quite like the woman that you're with. I can't remember her name now, but the your
Susan?
sidekick.
Bethany.
I don't
Sure.
something like
Eve?
that. But she's quite
Maria?
funny.
What I will
Nice.
say is, Indy, the character of
Megawati
Indy,
Sukarnapuchi.
the character of Indy is he's a lot nicer in the game than he is in the movie, isn't he? He talks to people and stuff. He's like,
Do you
he's like-
think?
He's like
I don't
pleasant
know.
and stuff. Do you know what I mean? He's like, hello, and
I mean, you can only make a protagonist so grumpy unless it's
I know. I want him
what's
to
his
be.
name from the Witcher.
I want him to be grumpy all the time.
Yeah, like, oh, for God's sake, do I have to go and get another
'Cause
artifact?
that's his demeanor, isn't it? In the film, it's just like,
Jesus.
oh
Yeah.
god. So yeah,
What the fuck is with this idol?
Yeah.
that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I say, I'm enjoying
Yeah,
it, but I'm
Slim
not.
Blade.
It's all right. I'm gonna keep playing because I'll just want to go somewhere else now. I want to see something different.
Yeah.
Back to you, Duke. Duke.
Yeah,
Or is it
back to
Chinny?
me.
I don't know. I've lost
So-
track.
Shinny, why don't you talk? Because I don't really have too much, and it's best if I go after the play my game bitch.
I have been playing Black Ops multiplayer.
Oh snap! We got a little Black Ops.
Talking about games.
yeah, here we go.
I haven't really been drawn to a multiplayer game for a long time. I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't care about.
Because you're
multiplayer
bad
games.
at them and you're scared to let people see how bad you are.
Yeah, and also, I don't know. Just multiplayer games. Just playing them alone is just a bit sad for me. I don't like it.
Fair enough.
But I have been playing Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
multiplayer. I've been dabbling here and there and doing bits and bobs and
Mm.
you know, just messing about. And then I saw that there is a game mode on Black Ops that I didn't know was on it, and I was like, huh.
Oh, go
I
do
never.
tell.
I thought this was a Counter-Strike thing, or like a mod thing, and it turns out it's on Black Ops, and it's Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt.
It's what hunt?
Prop Hunt.
Prop
okay.
hunt. You're
So-
hunting for
Okay,
props.
the fact that you've
Like,
never
I
heard
got the
of
rubber
this
chicken.
shows.
I
like-
know, right? I play a lot of them
Jesus
multiplayer, but it's
Christ.
only team deathmatch
So
ever.
this
So
is-
what's prop
It's
hunt?
very famous. It's very well known. So basically, it's a mod, and well, it's not a mod now. It's on Black Ops. So one team are just running around normal, and the other team are they're not characters. They're not humans. They're props. They are crates, bags,
Okay.
cars,
Huh.
forklift trucks, bins, anything. Right? They can be anything. At the moment, it's like a rolled up mat on the screen, and
Yeah.
you can duplicate yourself. So you could, so many
Okay.
times, so you can send out a few decoys. So, for example, if you just put one prop down, it looks suspicious. So if you put like if you
Right.
make it symmetrical, it makes it
3
look more-
boxes of ammo
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. and then you've got less.
So what? The idea is you wait to see how long it is for someone to realize that you're a bag of ammo.
Yeah, yeah. They have to run around shooting random shit around the map, thinking,
Okay.
"Is this real?"
Brilliant. Who comes up
Until
with this
they
stuff?
actually kill something, a
Yeah,
person
until
that's
they
dressed
get-
up
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
Well, you
carrier
never turn
bag.
into a person, but what you can do, you can change your prop as well. So like, but I think you can only change it so many times, and you've also got a stun,
Yeah.
like a kind of like a flash, like stun grenade or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can change 2 times.
Sounds really stupid. I got to be honest. I haven't played it. Maybe I should. But
it's
just
funny,
sounds
you know.
bizarre.
It's really
It sounds
funny.
so stupid. It's brilliant.
Is it the type of thing that you're able to play like multiple rounds in a row? Because it feels like after a couple of rounds, I'd be done.
Oh, it's pretty quick. It's all quick.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't know.
No,
it
it's
just
quick.
Seems weird.
And you play as the people shooting stuff, and then you play as the people trying to
So, just a minute, let me get it straight. So, the whole team is hidden as props everywhere, not just
yeah.
you on.
Yeah,
you made it sound like it's just one person doing it. I get
And then
it.
is there like a timer then that you got to see how
Yeah,
many you
yeah,
can get
yeah.
within a certain time,
Yeah,
and that's your team?
Yeah, so it's like you're just hiding, and so as
So why aren't people just shooting everything then?
I suppose it's hard to like shoot everything because
I guess you'll run out of ammo or whatever.
yeah, run out of ammo. And all
Got to
that.
have a build
And
that
I think
has
people
lots
are
of
shooting
ammo in it.
everything on the screen. This guy's
Okay.
shooting everything. So.
Well, except this bag that we're sitting and watching.
No,
Nobody's shooting
I've
that.
skipped forward. I've skipped forward.
Okay,
and, like,
okay,
the
gotcha,
guy's shooting
gotcha.
everything.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and it's just sort of it's just kind of
You know, I shouldn't judge it till I try it.
it's just kind of funny, and
Yeah,
I've seen
it is
lots
funny.
of like TikTok videos of these. Of these things. And
Do you know what? I'm looking at this and I think this would be the game mode for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm shit at shooting other people, but I can run around shooting bags and
I can
bins
shoot a
and-
box if it can't shoot back.
Yeah,
I'll be
exactly.
good at that. Okay.
Exactly. This is
No,
the
it also
game mode for me.
rewards knowing the map and knowing what's supposed to be
Yeah.
there, because then you'll know what's not supposed to be there, and you'll be like, okay, there's no drink machine there.
But the thrill is
interesting.
Is people get really creative. Like there'll be a box,
Yeah.
but they'll hide themselves as something else, and
Yeah,
like
right.
clip into something so it looks like something else, and yeah, it gets really interesting.
Interesting.
And it is funny when you're. I forgot what I was. I think I was a bin, and I just hid in the corner like a normal bin.
Yeah.
And people just ran past you, and you're like, "Oh my god!" and,
I quite like this. I just think
Yeah.
it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But actually, it will probably be something I could play.
Just like Prop Hunt is really old, by the way. It's like a really old thing. It's not anything new. But they've just incorporated it into Blops.
Did you know you can prop your prop? You can lock your prop in the air against a wall by jumping, climbing, or falling,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
hitting
yeah.
R1
Yeah.
at the
You
appropriate
can
moment.
lock
I'm
it,
looking at
unlock
a
it.
list of tips for prop hunt.
This is like something that would be an April Fool's thing. Is not real, but it is real.
Yeah.
Well, it probably started out as just a goof, and then they're like, people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
No, I like this.
I've also been playing like other game modes as well. I don't know why, but I've just been like, you know what? I just want to play some Call of Duty.
Blops?
But yeah, I just there's something about it that just drew me in, so I just started to play it. And
Are you a Nuketown fan, Shinny? Do you like Nuketown?
no, I'm not a big fan of Nuketown. I'm more of a.
Because I like Nuketown. I feel like I've learned the map pretty well at this point, so I
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like.
know
I
where
mean,
to
I
look
don't
and
like
stuff.
hate it, but I'm more of a shipment man.
Okay,
so-
Shipment's great too. That's not in Black Ops 6 though.
No, it's not in Black Ops.
Okay, I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah,
Shipment,
so I've been
you-
playing a few game modes where like you're like a VIP and like the enemy knows where you are on the map, and
Yeah, sure.
everybody has to protect you, and then
Mhm.
you know, that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
You see, I could be the VIP. That'd be fine.
yeah. So
well, except you're not supposed to run out in the open if you're the VIP.
yeah.
Do you think you might run out in the open, or you would just hide?
No,
in one
no. I mean,
spot?
I'd be good because
Okay.
I don't have to shoot at anyone. You know, everyone's protecting me.
Alright, fair enough.
I like that idea.
Well, you say that they protected. They should be protecting you. It's not so much they
They're
do.
trying to get kills, man.
Um,
Everybody in or in Call of Duty, any objective game, most people are just trying to get kills.
Yeah.
And so you're like,
I love
defend
the
the
fact-
base. They're like, fuck off. I got 16 kills. You got 2. You suck.
Can I just say, I love the fact that the prop can run away. I didn't.
Yeah.
It's
run
so-
away.
Sliding away.
It's
right?
just
Panicking.
ridiculous.
Especially if it's an office chair with wheels.
Yeah.
You're good.
That is just craziness.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, he's a plant
craziness.
now. I like
There's a
that.
plant, yeah.
Wow. As soon as you see a plant
he's
moving
fucked.
around, it's
He's
like,
fucked
yeah,
now,
exactly.
isn't he?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, if you run into
Unless you
someone,
can hide and like get to a spot where they don't realize you're there.
There's some really like clever like hiding places that people come up with when there's certain props
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well,
so-
let's be honest. That
He
dude
is getting away. That's crazy.
Yeah, you do get away because
How did he get away? This
because you-
motherfucker shot him as he ran
No,
past.
because you got a stun grenade.
Oh, so he stunned him as he was running.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mean?
So as soon as you
Okay,
see
I
someone,
gotcha,
you
I
stun
gotcha.
them, and then
I
you can
gotcha, I
drop like a
gotcha, I gotcha.
decoy to like throw them off
Okay,
a little
okay.
bit, and then you lose them.
Gotcha.
And I think
Yeah,
I
fair
think you
enough.
might be a little bit quicker as well, maybe.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's good. So Blop 6, loving
Okay.
it at the moment. A bit of multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious.
Yeah. Back to you, Stu.
Right, I'm gonna. Right, okay.
Okay.
I thought, you know what? This week I've not played Stalker since before Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's had loads of updates.
Uh huh.
So, you know, they probably balanced it better, and now it's probably not easier, but probably more balanced, and it's not as brutal as it was, and there's no bugs anymore,
And?
and all this stuff. And oh God, man, I was like, I set off, and the first guy I came across, he went, can you help me? My brother has been, he's out in the marsh trying to get artifact, and then he get killed, right, or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh. So I set out into this swamp area with loads of anomalies and shit going down, and I'm avoiding all these. And then there's some Russian shouting in the distance, and the next thing, everybody's fucking shooting me from out there, and then I'm dead. Right, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I was like, well, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna go to the objective. I ain't helping him because I just got killed instantly, so I'm not gonna do that. So I set off, set off for the objective, ignored him. You know, he's like, oh, help my brother. I'm like, no, thank you. Bye. I'm just going to ignore you. So I carried on walking. I got like near to the object. And then 3 mutants came out and just killed me instantly. Like, just like, there was no way. I didn't have enough bullets.
Damn.
I'm trying to stab at them. There's some fucking rabid dogs. Like some weird thing that looked like, I don't even look like what it looked like. Some weird mutated pig or something.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them attacking
Yeah.
me at the same time. And then I'm dead again. So I was like,
Oof.
no, it's fine. I'll have another go. Maybe it was just, you know, a bit of bad luck that time.
Wow. You're persistent.
So again, ignored the brothers. He's like, oh, I heard my brother. No, thank you. Carried on walking. Got to the area where I need to get this guy who I've got to go see. And I just insta-death. Like, just again, attacked by like 4 or 5 mutants. And I'm like,
Damn.
fuck this game. I'm done. That's it. I'm with Chidi on this.
Yes.
I'm like, fuck it.
Damn.
You can fuck right
This
off.
game, I'm done.
Yeah, I was done.
Oof.
Just like, nah, I've got no time to
It's
die.
crazy.
so much.
What's the consensus on this game? Do y'all know like what? Because this
the-
was the most eagerly awaited game for
Pretty
the
much-
people who loved the first one.
Pretty much this conversation is like,
Really?
oh,
Everyone
there's
agrees
something,
it's kind of weak.
There's something there. I think there's something there, and then no, it's too janky. I don't like it.
Well, it's not even the jank; it's just the difficulty, and I guess I'm just suck at gaming these days.
73 on
Ugh.
Metacritic. That's not great.
Yeah.
A lot of
it's-
user reviews are
it's-
pretty low.
It's not terrible. I mean, that's not.
Well, no, 73 is not terrible, but you don't want your
Terrible.
game to be at a 73. You know,
But it's just.
50%
I mean,
positive.
I thought I was fine with it, right? I'm like, I'm fine with this. I can manage this. I did 2 or 3 missions at the beginning, and I managed to do all those quite relatively easily without
Yeah.
too much of an issue. But when you've got like 3 or 4 mutants coming at you at the same time,
Yeah.
and they're doing a lot of damage, it's not like they're just hitting you once and it's just doing a little bit of damage. They're like fully like taking a quarter of your health in one hit. And when you've
Yeah.
got 2 or
I
3
mean,
of them doing it,
So how is it different in that sense from like Elden Ring and Bloodborne and Dark Souls and that?
I don't suppose it is. It's just with guns.
You're just
It's
not
like-
willing to stick with it the way. I mean, I guess you did the easy mode on Elden Ring.
Yeah.
You've
so it
played
wasn't-
Dark Souls games, like you played
I
Demon Souls
have.
properly. Like, is it just
Cool.
that was back in the day when you had more youthful vigor?
We've just established I'm a bit shit at shooting, and the
Okay,
weapons I've
fair
got
enough.
seem to do relatively little damage.
Yeah.
Like I used a whole clip in an enemy and it still wasn't dead, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Right.
I've no bullets left now. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to stab it with a little knife, and there's
Yeah. No, I hear you.
other animals trying to kill me at the same time, and it was just pointless.
Yeah.
It was just like, there's no
Yeah.
way I can kill all of these
Mm.
enemies with what
Yeah.
I have at the moment. And maybe I've just not leveled stuff up, and maybe I should have already been trying to get better
Mm.
weapons or better armor or better whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I'm done. I don't think I'll go back to it even. I feel
No.
like
Yeah.
I'm fully done with it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
the same.
which is a bit
Yeah.
sad, really. Because
It
I
is.
played.
You want to? I mean, I
tons.
don't think there's any game that gamers as a whole have been cheering for like this one because it is. You know, I read there's one review on Metacritic where it's like this is a labor of love. The odds were against them. We never thought we'd see it, and blah, blah. And yes, that's true, but that doesn't make it a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a game for a certain section of people, which are
Yes,
the
that's true.
hardcore.
Yeah.
I want a challenge. I don't want it
Sure.
to be easy. I want to die all the time and
Sure.
grind
Yeah.
and
Well,
get the
and I
best
recognize
gear.
that makes it more satisfying when you do finally get something in. You know, like I could play Rocket League with bots all day, but it wouldn't mean as much if I score a goal against a human.
Yeah, true.
So it's a
No,
similar kind of thing, I guess. The harder
No,
the
it
game, the more
definitely is.
satisfying it is.
It definitely is, but not for me. Not at my
No.
age. I just
No.
want something that I feel like I'm just cozy
At
game
your age,
central.
Stuart. Our
I
age.
know,
At
Really?
your
Why
age.
don't you
I
go
know.
back to Stardew Valley, Stu?
I need to play more of that. I actually quite
You
enjoyed
need
the
to
bit
play
that I
more of
played.
it.
Yeah. I
I'm
feel like
down.
I am literally Mr. Cozy Games.
Yeah,
That's-
you are.
Give me a graphic novel or a whatever, that sort of thing. Something where I just have to make choices, but I don't have to actually think a lot. Perfect.
Cash me inside.
How about that?
Cash me
How
inside.
about that? That's it.
Give me
That's
a
all I want.
duvet, and I'll play
Exactly.
a
Give me
game
a
all day.
duvet.
You know, Brain Tax has a song called Duvet, where it's like, all we need is a duvet. All we
Yeah.
need is a new day.
We don't get
Yeah.
chucked off Spotify. Careful.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Well, I'll do it as about, all we need is a
All we
duvet.
need is a duvet.
Yeah. All right, Chinny, are you going to talk about, or Stu, you want to talk about your other one? Or you
Yeah,
wanna
shall I
jump to
do
play my
that
game?
before?
Yeah, go ahead, get it out of the
up.
way.
Talking of cozy games
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and visual novel type games, although it isn't,
It's like a
it's actually,
vampire game.
it's actually not a visual novel. That's
Okay.
doing it a bit of a disservice. So I played a demo just before Christmas, I think it was, called Fear the Spotlight.
Okay.
And then they had a horror game sale. And I was like, oh, that's on sale. It was literally about £7 or something. It wasn't very expensive.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy that. And at some point, I'll play it. So this week was a
usually
week I
that's what
thought.
you do when you buy a game. You go.
It is,
"At
well,
some
not
point, I
always.
will
Let's
play
be
it."
honest.
Not
Let's be honest.
always, Chinny.
The
Not
intentions
always.
there.
The intentions there. So I was like, right, I'm going to play this game. So I fired that game up and I played quite a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's quite an interesting concept. I like this. So there's this girl, right? And then she wakes up and she can't remember what happened.
Oh dear.
Right, Duke, what do you think so far?
Yeah, you know, amnesia is amnesia, and I'm loving it all the time. As John Mulaney said, "Who are you?"
Exactly. But that isn't what happens in this game, so it's fine,
Oh,
right? So
okay.
what actually happens in this game is that you go with this goth girl to break into the school because they're having a thing on the occult going off in the library.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
And you go there because you want to use the Ouija board that's on display there. So you're like, let's go and have a go with this here Ouija board. Turns out a few years earlier, there was a massive fire at the school that killed about 30 kids. So not great. And the goth girl, turns out that somebody's been following her around who she thinks is a ghost. So that's why she's decided she wants to do the Ouija board thing. And the girl who goes to help her has got the hots for her. So she's
Ooh.
going because she wants to, get on with it, get it going, as it were, with the goth girl. And that's the basic storyline. So you go do the Ouija board thing, and then everything goes tits up following that. And the goth girl goes missing. And the game is you trying to find out what happened to her and where she is. And yeah, you get sent to an alternate reality, which is when the fire happens. So you end up in this different time. And you're trying to find out what happened. And there's some weird enemies trying to find you, which is like the kids that died with this massive spotlight on their heads and they're like on fire. And they're hunting you. So you have and there's loads of really cool puzzles to solve.
The hunt is on.
Some of them are more taxing than others. Some are just finding the right item to use.
And is it all like under the gun? Like, are you like, you got to hurry up because they're right behind you?
No, it's more stealthy, hiding, don't get caught in the spotlight, basically.
Gotcha. Well, that's the title.
And instead of health, you're having, because she's got asthma, you have inhalers.
Sucks
you
to
have
your
to-
asthma.
Yeah, so you've got to pick up inhalers, and obviously when she gets attacked or sucked in. So it basically sucks you into the spotlight if you get seen. And then you have to try and get free. And when you get free, then you've got to suck on an inhaler because obviously you're having an asthma attack because of the fear. Exactly. You know, that sort of stuff. It's pretty good. I'm really impressed with this game so far. It's fairly logical. There's no puzzles that have been like really scratching my head, but they've been challenging enough that I had to think about it. Like, this is a pretty cool puzzle. So you have to sort out all the electrics so you can clear out the smoke from another building so you can go in there.
Yeah.
And then you have two sorts of enemies. So you have the ones that are walking round, and you have like spotlights just coming from the ceiling randomly, and you've got to avoid that as well. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's lo-fi. It looks like a PS2 game, or even PS1 for that matter, should I say?
Yeah, graphics are pretty basic, but I mean, if it's all about the gameplay, so
Yeah, the animation looks good though.
Yeah, the style is really cool. You know, it's a really cool style. The atmosphere is great. It's creepy. It's definitely got tension. You know, there's been a couple of times, oh my God, there's a fucking thing. You know, as soon as you do solve something, you tend to find that one of the enemies appear in that area when you come back out. So you'll solve a puzzle and then an enemy will appear to then make it more difficult. And there's one area now where I'm doing multiple things at the same time in different rooms, and I've got to keep dodging all these enemies to get from one room to another to complete the tasks that I need to do. And I quite like that. So there's a lot of tension, a lot of being chased, a lot of sort of got to keep out of the way. And you've also got to try and remember where stuff is. Because when there's like 4 or 5 different things, like objectives that you've got to complete, you've got to remember where they all are. And then a couple of times I've gone in the wrong room and I'm like, shit, it's not in here, is it? So yeah, Fear the Spotlight's pretty cool. If you want like a low-file PS1 style horror game with puzzles, this is the game. I mean, it literally is the puzzles. That is the gameplay.
But you
It's
did
the
like
puzzles.
Laurel and the Lazy Eye, and it's the same. That's just
No, well,
puzzles.
you know why? Because this isn't as fucking stupidly difficult.
Oh, okay.
And like L'Oreal and the Lazy Eyes, there was just like every other door was locked. It's like, oh, this door is locked. This door is
It's
locked.
like real
this
life
door
though,
is
isn't
locked.
it?
And what I quite like about this, right? It does some quite cool things. So you get a screwdriver, and the first time you use it on, like, say, a duct grate, you know, like the grate in front of a vent duct or whatever to crawl through, you have to put it next to the screws and then, you know, pick it from your inventory to use.
Yeah.
Once you've done it once, though, every time you use a screwdriver after that for whatever task, it just automatically uses it. If it's a screw, you don't have to pick it from your inventory again.
that's nice. That's a good thing that you wouldn't have had in a PS1 or PS2 game.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool, because it's like the game recognizes that this is a screw and that you've already used it once, so you know what to do with it. So obviously you would just get it out and use it. You wouldn't have to look again, would you? So there's a lot of things I like about this game. And yeah, I can recommend it. I think it's pretty cool, you know, for a horror game, and it's way better than Crow Country or L'Oreal and the Lazy Eyes.
Laurel.
Or Laser Eyes. Is it Laser Eyes? Not Lazy Eyes. It's Laser Eyes.
Laser eyes.
It's Laser Eyes, not Lazy Eyes. That's something completely different if you've got a lazy eye.
It's the Silver Sun pickups, baby.
You need a lazy eye.
I've been waiting for this moment all
Yeah.
my life.
So yeah, I totally recommend this. It's really cool, and I like the story.
Okay.
It doesn't involve amnesia. So what you can't go wrong, can you?
Spotlight.
Don't fear the spotlight.
Fear the spotlight.
And now it's time for Play My Game, bitch.
Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch! Play my game, bitch.
Take me outside, how about that? How about that?
How about that? So, Lonely Mountain Snow Riders.
Yes, this is from the same people who made Lonely Mountain
Downhill
Downhill
it was called.
Bicyclists. And this suffers from the same problem, which is it's third person, which is fine. It starts you out with screen steering, which drove me nuts. Meaning,
right away.
Yeah, I didn't realize you could swap it, so I had to like die a bunch of times before I realized. So screen steering, for those who don't know, is like if your character, first of all, you don't control the camera, which is so infuriating.
So annoying.
So sometimes you're going to the right and that's uphill. Sometimes it's downhill, and then the camera will shift, and suddenly you're going down the screen. But if you're pushing right, you're going to go to the left, which is like, what the fuck? So
Yeah.
it's better to switch it to left and right, because then you're always pushing left or right. You don't have to push down or up or any of that stuff. I mean, I wanted to like it, and I did like it, but when you're skiing in real life and in most skiing video games, you can tell if there's a tree about to show up in front of you. Not in this game, because the camera might suddenly switch and show you, hey, look, there's a tree. Oh, bam, you just hit the tree.
Yeah. The camera angle never moves. It just moves down with you, but it doesn't rotate, which is frustrating, as Duke says, because you're sometimes skiing towards the camera, therefore not being able to see what's going ahead.
Yeah.
I love this game, by the way.
Oh, dear.
There's no indication of where you're supposed to go in general. Like, you can take all sorts of, paths to get to where you need to be, but it's generally sort of nudging you toward where you need to go. But
I think it's fairly clear where you need to go. I don't.
Maybe it's clear to you.
It's sometimes it's clear, but sometimes there's multiple ways.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
you've got to
I know,
find
but-
the quickest way down. I think that's fine. I like the fact that you can find shortcuts.
Well, I found it very frustrating that I wasn't. I mean, look, the one we're looking at now is the first run, which is great. There's 4 runs. Did you clear all 4 runs, Stu?
Yeah.
The first
But,
one?
but I found myself being obsessive about sort of going faster each time.
Yeah. Oh, well, to unlock them all, like you gotta get to a certain, time frame. I just found that there were certain parts where I was just so frustrated by it, and like, so again, like, I don't know. And I know part of it was that I was, crashing into shit. And so it was my bad, because, you're not supposed to crash into stuff. But I felt like I was so frustrated by the fact that I couldn't exactly tell where. Again, you do sort of, you learn the tracks, and that's the point, is that you're going to learn the tracks.
That's totally the
eventually.
point. Yeah, it's all about learning the way to go, and then once you've learned where you're going,
then how to get
then
it as
working
fast as
out,
possible.
how quickly can you,
maybe
where
some
are the shortcuts,
and
where,
stuff like that. Yeah,
and
Did you
that's
find
what
any
I
of the
like.
resting spots.
Any what? Sorry,
Resting spots.
resting spots. I don't
Because
know
that's
what-
actually something I actually kind of like the resting spots. There are these certain places where, because I was like, at one point you're going toward this like cliffside, and then there's like, you can go right or left, and I was like, what the fuck, right? How do I know whether I'm supposed to go right or left? And obviously the point is you can go either way, but anyway, if you take a right at that point, then you'll end up in this spot, and there's a little yellow Y button that's like, take a rest. And
No, I've never came across one of those. That's interesting.
it just shows you there like chilling, looking at the scenery, which is pretty nice, because I'm a fan of games where you get to occasionally do nothing.
Can we just say how visually cool this game is?
Oh, it's very visually cool.
It's
Agreed.
great. The powder puffs. I love the fact that every time you do a new run, the track's still there from your previous run.
Yeah, that is cool.
There's
And
so
again,
many cool little
that's-
touches in this
That
game.
is a way to kind of let you know where you're supposed to go, because if you go off to the left, but that's not the way you're supposed to go, then you can be like, okay, I got to make sure I don't go off to the left there.
Yeah, and you can instantly
I just
start
feel like-
again. If you fuck it up, you're just like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
just start again.
it's true. I don't know. I wanted a little more guidance about where to go, but that's just me. If y'all found it easy and natural,
I
more
didn't
power to
necessarily find it easy, but I felt like that was part of the gameplay, was to learn the route and
Yeah,
work
that's
out where
fair.
you need to go, and
That's
then
fair.
once you've done that, work out how you could get there quicker. Where are the shortcuts that you can take?
sure.
Which bit can you cut a bit of the track out? Where you're going to land safely when you do take a
Yeah.
shortcut?
Oh, sure.
What do you think, Chinny? I love this.
No, I think it's got some good things about it. I think it looks good. I like the sound of the snow. Sounds very.
I mean, I'll be
satisfying.
honest. When I'm watching this dude play, who's
Yeah,
really
this
good at
dude's
it,
very
it looks great.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that you couldn't move the camera. I know that's kind of their thing.
No,
isn't it?
I was kind of the same, to be
Um,
fair.
It feels satisfying when you sort of nail it, but I found it was quite hard to sort of get it right. And even though the point of the game was to sort of memorize these tracks, I was like, I don't know if I can be bothered to memorize these tracks on this tiny, small indie game, And then I tried the multiplayer as well, so I cleared all 4, and then I tried the multiplayer, and the multiplayer just simply didn't work. It just didn't really work.
Right.
But then I think somebody quit, and then it worked a bit better. I was.
Do you know
first
what
at
I
one
really?
point.
Do you know what I really, really liked about it?
What's that?
Was this? Was the sounds he made when you crashed? And he's
Oh,
like,
sure, it's very funny.
"Ugh," and it
Yeah.
made me laugh.
And it-
I laughed
Right.
multiple
And there were a
times.
few times, yeah, when I'd crash, and it was on me, I'd be like, okay, that was ridiculous. I just totally went to the side of the mountain or whatever. So like, yeah, I respect that. And it is the type of thing where, yeah, like at a certain point, once you know the tracks pretty well, you are going to laugh at yourself because you're making silly mistakes that cause your person to
I was
crash
more
and
laughing
break
at
their
his,
neck.
the voice when he
Sure.
crashed and the noises he made. You know, like
Yeah,
he sounded like he was genuinely in pain. The poor bloke.
yeah.
And it just made me giggle every time he
Agreed.
crashed. I was just laughing.
Yeah.
This
But
guy
yeah,
on screen
I
is
really
making
liked
look
it.
very easy as well.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
it is. It is not that easy.
Yeah, so like that jump there that he just took is like that took me
Yeah,
like
that's
fucking
crazy.
And I'll be
7
honest,
attempts.
right? The tricks are pointless. I don't see the
Yeah.
point of the tricks. I get it.
Well,
like,
and see, I kind of like that because it was like, okay, maybe I'm screwing up here, but I can do a cool like tail grab while I'm
yeah,
flying through
but
the air or something.
then it doesn't add anything. It doesn't make you go any
Oh, of
quicker,
course
as
not.
far as I could
Oh, no,
tell.
definitely not.
It was almost just a like
All right.
something to do
I
while you're
never did the
skiing.
tricks.
Yeah.
I never did.
No, I
them.
didn't do any of them. I was just more interested in getting down to the bottom without
Yeah, lots
crashing.
of tricks.
All
Yeah.
I was gonna say was like when the multiplayer did work, it was quite fun because you're just racing against other people. And I was
Right.
Yeah.
I was first for a while,
Cool.
and I was like, oh shit, oh
Alright.
shit, and then
And then they launched a red turtle shell, and you were like,
Yeah.
I launched my own turtle shell on myself.
So how many people are in the multiplayer, by the
I
way?
think it was about 8.
was quite a lot
about
then.
8 or 12, something
Cool.
like that. It felt like enough.
So is it at the same time, like, or
Yeah.
is it like ghosts?
Yeah, there's sort of both, yes to both, really. Yeah, like the kind of like you don't interact with each other, but you can see each other.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you can't crash into each other
No,
or
I
anything
don't
like.
think so. No, it was
Mm.
more just like, you know, and even at the end when you finished it, like you can like there's just like an open area where you can just ski about with someone,
Yeah.
which is
cool.
fun. So
Well, there is a Zen mode, isn't there, where you can just
Yeah, I actually did the Zen mode first, and I really liked it. But then I realized, oh wait, you can't unlock other parts of the mountain unless you do the regular game mode.
yeah, the game
Which is
rewards you to sort of unlock things first.
I
so-
think it's polished. I mean, you can tell these guys have put a lot of love into this. You know, it's
And
really
this is
well
this is
made.
less infuriating by far than the bicycle game. The bicycle game just pissed me right off. So this one, I think they've learned how to make it less punishing, which is good.
They do know how to put trees and rocks in the right places. The
wow.
amount of times you crash into one, I'm just like, how the fuck did I manage to crash into that? Can't believe I
Yeah.
did that.
It's
But
pretty
you just kind
inconsistent
of
as
do
well
it.
because sometimes I'd hit rocks and stuff, and I wouldn't crash, and I'm like, how did I?
Yeah.
How did I?
Right. Well, I mean, there's got to be a little bit of give and take because some people are going to just slightly glance off of stuff,
Yeah.
and you don't want it to.
Yeah, but
you
then
know,
sometimes
you want to.
you do glance off it and then you die, and then sometimes you hit
you
it
die,
direct
right,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you don't.
sure,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a bit inconsistent, but yes, I think for me, I'm sorry, Stu, but I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Really? Yeah, I'm a
'Cause
big.
I'm giving it a
up.
thumbs up. That's
Yeah, I'm a
interesting.
big thumbs up.
Huh.
I just
Okay.
like everything about it. I like the atmosphere. I like how it looks. I liked how it played. It just made me laugh.
I don't
You know,
think
I
it was a
wasn't
bad
bothered
game.
when
I
I
just,
crashed.
I just couldn't be bothered to.
You're not going to go back to it. Anymore.
No, I just it's a small game that
Mhm.
requires a lot of memory and attention from
Yeah.
you.
Oh, it's definitely
And
got
playing
it's
it again and
yeah,
again.
Yeah.
It's definitely got that rinse repeat about
to be
it.
good at it.
Kind of like that.
To be good at it, like this guy on this YouTube video, you have to dedicate a lot of time, which I'm not willing
Mhm.
to give it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like it's. I wish it was just more fun than
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
I feel
Exactly.
like
That's
I'd
how I
enjoy it.
felt.
Um,
And I think again, like the Zen mode is cool. I think it would be awesome for them to include in this game a mountain that has very few trees, and you can go down any of the sides of it you want. You know what I mean? Like just to have like an actual Zen
Like
mode.
a cozy game version of it.
Yeah, something that's like not punishing at all. You can't go off a cliffside. And I know that's not realistic, but it would be so nice and fun, as Chinny says.
Because the mechanic is great. I mean, the way
Yeah,
it's designed
exactly.
is
It's
really
very
good.
satisfying to just sort of swish and slide, and skiing is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the frustration of the skills required, and I recognize that it's just I don't have the skills.
You want
or
it.
I
You want it
didn't-
more like Journey, where you're sliding through the sand. You know that sort of feeling.
Guess.
Because that's what that feels like. You know, but it's not
fair enough.
challenging at all. It's just great.
Yeah,
You know, it just feels
sure.
and looks amazing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it needs. It needs
Maybe
a
I
journey,
need to try Journey. I don't know.
journey mode.
all right.
All right. Anything else about Lonely
Nope.
Mountains?
Nope.
Okay. Well, when I got done playing this, I was like, I have another skiing game somewhere. So I went looking on my Steam library, and I have one called Snow, and all the reviews are negative. So I'm like, ugh, that probably isn't the one I was thinking of. And I looked at one review, and it was like, I only played this because I think it's free to play. Maybe it's like the base is free to play, and there's all the DLC, like the train games. But so the review said, I'm only playing this because I can't afford Steep. And I was like, Steep, that's the one. And I don't know how I got it. I think it was free. Maybe they gave it away on somewhere, Humble Indie Bundle or something. But this is Ubisoft Steep, and it's exactly what I wanted. Like, it's a gold standard, very beautiful game. You're third person. I think there is a first person mode. So I still haven't tried that yet. But yeah, Steep is exactly what I was looking for after playing Lonely Mountains, because it's, you know, there's like 3 different mountains, but again, you got to unlock them by progressing through the game, which is a little frustrating. I was saying to the Duchess, like, if I own the game, I should be able to just hit a button and like, let me access the whole thing, man. Come on. But, you know, her point was, which is fair, like, that's the whole point of the game, is that you got to unlock stuff. But I like unlocking like cosmetics and stuff, which you can do in both games. Lonely Mountains, we didn't mention, does have not amazing graphics, but there are cosmetics. You can get a different kind of shirt, different kind of hat, you know, whatever. Anyway, but Steep is, you know, it's nothing new. It's been out for a long time, but it is the gold standard, I think, of snowboarding, skiing, etc. The one thing that's been pissing me off about this game is the the need to unlock drop points, because the whole game is built around activities. So you can't just say, I want to start at the top of the mountain and just ski down. You have to start with an activity and then basically like skip past it, and then you can go down the rest of the mountain. So anyway, there are these places where if you like find them, you can unlock drop points, where it's just drop me here and let me just go down the mountain. But getting to them is such a pain in the ass. It's so infuriating, because a lot of times they're like on the top of a cliff. So if you're skiing toward it, you're probably not going to be able to stop in time. So you're just like, wait, it's back there. So it took me a while to realize that you can actually walk around in the snow. So it's like, okay, I'll get close to it and then like climb up above it. And then you can use your binoculars and like look at it, and then it'll be like unlocking drop point. And it's like, okay, so I've gotten that. And that's made it a lot nicer, because you can actually hide the UI, and all I want to do is just ski. I don't want to be doing tricks, and you know, but on the other hand, once I get skiing and I get the groove going, I'm like, okay, now I will try some tricks. The last thing that I have to say about this game, which is really pissing me off, is that I am loving it. Like, it's a very good game. I'm enjoying it a lot for the most part. But on the first mountain that you unlock, there's this one area where there are all these like, they're not fences. There is a part with a village that has fences, and I'm not mad about the village with the fences. There's this spot where they just have these things that look like lengths of fence, but they're just in the middle of nowhere. And there's a bunch of them, so you have to like be very careful.
They
moving
stop
through them.
avalanches. I think they're for avalanches.
Oh, why would you want to stop avalanches? That's not important.
Why would you want to stop snow falling on people and killing them?
Yeah,
I mean,
really, who
come
cares?
on.
Come on,
sorry,
man.
I didn't install them, but I do.
Well, no,
apologize.
that's fair. And if so, then okay, that's a realistic thing to have. But God, they're pissing me off, because I try to go around them and they're just everywhere. I guess the snow's trying to go around them too, so they try to prevent.
That's true. That's
avalanches
true.
with that, but
to slow the snow down.
Yeah, I'm not really snowboarding much. I'm more of a skiing person. I'm not trying to do this. I see Chinny switch from the real game to
Well, it's still the real game.
Well, no, I know, but
this is a video that I made 7 years
oh, really?
ago. 7 years
nice.
ago on our channel. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, was this you playing it?
Was it?
I did a funny little edit that nobody watched. It's got 47 views.
Well, maybe if you put it on TikTok now, you'll get more watches.
Maybe I should. 47
You
views.
trying to get through this little
dude,
hole
Chinny,
in the
these are
story.
amazing.
Whoa,
Good job, dude.
I did,
Holy crap, bruv.
Always look on the bright side of life to all the accidents that I had in the game.
Like crashing into rocks and flying through the air.
Is there an annoying person in the game going, oh, I'm going to get you in the championship for the wingsuit championship?
There is somebody who's like talking to you. You got to get your trick game up, bro. You know, and all that. And I'm just like, whatever.
You need to
But
get
the other thing
yourself to mountain
There's
pass.
there's also runs that like where the mountain is talking to you, and it's like, I am the spirit of the mountain. I have existed since before
What?
humans. It's so weird, and it's like some people walk down me, others of you strap those strange devices to your feet, and all this. And it's just like, shut the hell up. Let me just ski down the mountain.
Who
God
came up with that?
damn.
Who went, hey, you know what?
I know, right? And then there's another one that's like, I am the peak of vengeance. I am making you fall, and all that. And it's just, oh no, this is really not.
That
cool,
just sounds
y'all.
weird in a fairly realistic
It's so weird.
snow game.
It's so weird. But it's Ubisoft. They like to take swings.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm loving it. It is a really fun game. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. All the things we mentioned about the other skiing game, sound of the snow, the sounds you make when you're doing like backflips. Like they have different characters you can be. And I'm this, I don't know her name, but it's this lady skiing champion, snowboarder, who knows. So when you're doing flips, like at a certain point, like I think she says different things if you do one backflip, two backflips. At one point she's just like, okay, just make it quick, because it's like you're gonna die. So that's kind of fun to have her. Yeah,
it is
it's funny because she thinks she's
totally
gonna die.
funny.
But that's the thing is too, like sometimes you'll land on your head and it's like, okay, that person's clearly paraplegic for life, but she gets up and she starts skiing again, and it's like, okay, not so realistic. But then it wouldn't be fun if you actually had the hospital come.
Yeah,
No,
these
it'd be
people are fully resilient.
It'd be funny if
fully
like they just
resilient.
followed that through, and then you have to play the next sort of like hour of you just in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
Well, they could have you play a different character after that.
Yeah, while they're recovering.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately,
I'll go
this
visit
character
Susan.
broke their neck and are now in traction.
There you go. So anyway, Steep is fun, and if you're not so into lonely mountains, check out Steep.
Yeah,
How
I
about
must
that?
admit, I'm watching all
about
these
that?
accidents of Chinny, and I would have said most of these people will be really dead.
Very
Well,
dead.
yes.
Very
You know,
dead.
going
Not
head
just
first
partially
into
dead, but really
rocks,
dead.
head first into buildings, head first into
Yes.
trees.
Yes.
Yeah, they would be dead, wouldn't they?
Mega dead.
They wouldn't be getting up.
Yeah.
But when he finally gets it, man, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, that
Cool.
final one.
So that's what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So are we gonna try a little bit of this Hero Championship stuff?
I have got the dice.
The 20-sided die. All right. So for those who don't remember from last time, we did 10 of these, and we're gonna do five, maybe 10.
Yeah,
We'll see how it
we'll do
goes.
five. We'll do
Yeah, we'll do
five.
5 this time, maybe 5 another time. So the idea is we have a list of heroes, and we're rating each one on how funky they are, meaning how cool they are, how much style they got, how fierce they are in terms of how effective they are at taking down bad guys and keeping the world safe. And then there's a fateful dip for each one that is randomized. So Stu's going to roll a die to pick our hero, and then he's going to roll a die later on to pick our fateful dip for each hero. So Stu, and if we ever roll one we already rolled, I'm just going to move down to the next one. So don't worry about it. Stu, roll that
Okay.
die. Let's see which hero we're working with.
Here we go. We are on 20.
Roll number 20. Okay. Now this one's a little tricky because it's not the same every time people play the game, but that's okay. Let's start with Chinny. How funky do you think Commander Shepard is, Chinny?
What was the scale? 1 to 10 was it? Yeah.
1 to 10. That's right. Yep.
I think he's how funky is he? I think he's about a 6.
Okay.
Because he's pretty straight laced, isn't he? But now and again he'll get a bit.
You can defenestrate people as Commander Shepard.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 6.
Okay. Stu, how funky is Shepard in your view?
No, you see, I've only ever played as Fem Shep. So
Yeah,
I've never,
same.
Me too,
I've
me
never
too.
played as a male Shep. And I think she's pretty funky. I'm gonna go an 8. I mean, she takes no shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't fuck about. I mean, she can be a bit like Cole from LA Noire in some respects, because sometimes her reactions are way over the top compared to what's happened.
Yeah. And she
and
can
I'm
hook
kinda
up
fine
with
with
lots
that.
of different people, man. She got the ability to talk people into bed,
Yeah.
which most of these heroes don't
Oh,
hook
yeah.
up with anybody. Mario ain't talking no one into no
multiple.
bed.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
just one. I mean, you can.
Commander
multiple
Shepard can
people.
get around, no doubt. So I gave her an 8 too. So
Yeah, I think 8's
Yeah.
a valid score for Shep.
yeah. Okay. In terms of the fierceness here, Chinny, how fierce would you say Commander Shepard is? How effective is she?
I think I'm.
Or he?
Yeah, we'll go with she because I played as Friendship as well. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go 9.
Okay.
9. Pretty fierce.
Yeah. She's got the skills.
Yeah.
Stu?
I'm going to go 10 because she's the only character in a game where she can defenestrate someone and actually
That's
throw
true.
throw them
That's
through
true.
a window. And I think
if there are other examples of defenestration in video games, I don't know about them.
no, and the fact that he does it, and I'm like, the first time it happened, I'm like, when I got the defenestration achievement, I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I had to Google it. I'm like, what is that?
Well, we had talked about it recently,
Yeah.
just before. Yeah, you did it. So
So I'm gonna go
Um,
10. I think she's
yeah.
very fierce.
I think I went 7, just because she needs a crew. Like, she can't do things all on her own, which doesn't necessarily mean she's not fierce. But I think of fierce as like being the ultimate badass, and Shepard is more of a human badass, which is fine. It's just not quite like she would lose in a fight to Geralt. So whatever. That's just
I guess,
that's just
I
my
guess.
take. All right. So Stu, why don't
That'd be a tough fight.
it would
I
I mean,
think
it
would
could
be a
be.
tough fight.
If she was
I don't know
alone,
what-
she's losing. If she had her team, maybe.
Yeah, but Garrel, I don't know. I don't know. She's pretty. They're both pretty intelligent. I think it would be more
That's
equal than
true.
you think.
That's true. Well, fair enough. Anyway, I'm sticking with it. Roll that die, Stu, and let's see
Here
what
we
the
go.
fateful dip is for Commander Shepard.
Number 3.
Number 3, which we've done, so we're going to skip down to number 7. Chinny, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how well moisturized is Commander Shepard's skin?
Jesus Christ. I think it's not. I'm gonna go with 2. I don't think
Really?
she moisturizes
Yeah.
at all. She doesn't have the time.
No.
Lack of supplies on the ship. Busy. Different planets. Different humidity. Dry. Wet. No, her skin is a mess.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go 0. Because,
0.
yeah,
Wow, she got alligator hands when Stu's
No, I
playing.
just feel like Chinny said, that is the last thing she gives a shit about. She's not vain, you know. She doesn't give a shit what she looks like.
But
I mean,
it's,
'cause let's
is
be-
moisturizing your hands about vanity? I think it's
No,
about
I was
self-care.
thinking more moisturising in
If you
general.
shake Femship's hand, it's like shaking a rock.
Yeah, it's like fucking shaking a piece of sandpaper.
I guess I said skin, not hands. Okay.
Yeah, she does not give 2 shits about moisturising. All she wants to do
I-
is shoot people in the face.
I think she does. I think she wants to shoot people in the face, but then, after a shower, like, it only takes a minute to just put on some lotion,
Nah.
after when it's time for bed,
Uh-uh.
rub on a little on.
Duke,
All right, well.
me and Stu strongly disagree about this point. That
That's
we can
fine.
never
You're allowed to
prove.
disagree. Yeah, right. Exactly.
She ain't got no time for that.
All right. Well, that's one down. Stu, roll the die. Let's see who our next hero is.
Number 13.
Number 13, which we have done. So we're going to skip down to 16. And Chinny, how funky is Master Chief?
I think he smells funky, probably in that suit. But I'm
I
gonna
think you're
go
right.
with what does funky?
How cool.
How cool? How
is
much
it?
style?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
cool
yeah.
is
I'm
it?
gonna go with like a strong 8 for Master Chief.
An 8.
Hmm.
Interesting. What makes Master Chief cool, though?
Well, we don't know what he looks like. That's pretty cool.
Well, okay. Yeah, there's an air of mystery around him.
He jumped from one ship to a bomb, or on a bomb,
That's true.
or to
Yeah.
a ship to another ship. He did something where he
Yeah.
jumped out of a ship and jumped onto another thing, and that was fucking cool.
Yeah, agreed.
And they used it for the trailer for Halo 2, and everybody was like, "Yes,
Oh my
we're doing that."
Yeah.
He's also he's feared, isn't he, amongst the enemies? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they go they call him the demon. They're like, the demon's here.
Oh,
Like,
really?
so
Interesting.
like he's like, there's a mythical element to him. According, like, there's not
alright.
many games where you play where the enemy are like, oh my god, he's fucking here. Like the guy.
Yeah, I'm
the
trying to think
guy's
if
here.
if the monsters say that about Geralt.
Not really. Like,
Not
No,
really.
and like in Mass
They
Effect,
should, if
in
they
Mass
knew
Effect,
better.
They're like, they've heard of you. Like, oh, it's you,
Yeah.
like the human Spencer or whatever. But in Halo, it's like you turn up and they go, it's the demon, and you're
Oh,
like, yeah, it
shit.
fucking is.
Ring the
it
alarm.
fucking is time to run,
Yeah,
because I'm gonna
that's
kill
right.
every one of you.
All
Yeah.
you motherfuckers hit the red
Even
button.
the little,
Stu?
even the little cute ones. You know those little cute
Yeah,
aliens?
they
Dead.
drive me nuts.
I killed them first.
Well, of
Uh,
course, they're on the front lines. They got to know they're about to die.
I don't agree with Chinny on this. I think he's not
Okay.
very funky at all because I think it's like a 4 or a 5.
Well,
Okay.
Because let's be honest, it's just a boring old spacesuit. It's not exactly cool, is it? He just looks like a dude in a
It was
spacesuit.
cool enough to sell Xbox.
I get you. I do get what you're
Original,
saying.
yeah.
Was that him or was that the game? Because they're not the
Well,
same thing.
I think people used to look at him and go, "He looks pretty cool. I want to."
I don't know. It looks a bit generic for my
If
liking.
people
I just
cosplay as him, then he's cool.
Eh.
And people cosplay.
Well,
I've got his helmet there. Look.
Cosplay as people cosplay as fucking Pikachu. That doesn't make
look.
Pikachu cool.
Look, I've got a helmet. I've got a Spartan helmet right there.
Yeah, I see
you
it.
see, I saw
Because you
someone-
think it's cool doesn't mean that it's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
I've got the
No
I
offense.
saw someone cosplaying as Master Chief, and I thought it was 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just saying.
Well, I gave it a 6. I think he's kind of cool, not really that cool, but I'm sort of in between Stu and Chinny, and that's fine. Meanwhile, Chinny, how fierce is Master Chief?
He's pretty fierce. He is a bit of a one-man band, isn't he?
he
Apart
is.
from Halo 5, but we're not talking. I mean, you do play a lot of co-op in Halo,
Yeah.
but the lore, the lore LORE, the lore
Yes.
of Halo is that he's basically running in solo. He does sometimes have a bunch of crew with him, but they're all dead. Like they're cannon fodder. And
Or they stay back and he takes care of the enemies.
yeah. So I'd say he's pretty fierce. I'm gonna give him a 9.
Yeah, that's what I gave him too.
I'm going to give him an 8, but I kind of
Okay.
agree with both of you. He is pretty fierce. I mean, he can
Yeah.
I think for
kill
me,
shit.
there's only one above him, and I don't know if he's on the list, so I won't say who it is.
Okay,
but-
we'll find out. Interesting. All right,
Okay.
Stu, roll that die. Let's see what the fateful dip is for Master Chief.
19.
19. Chinny.
Hello.
Would Master Chief, on a scale of 1 to 10, how helpful would he be as an addition to the Homicide Squad in The Wire? Working with McNulty and Bunk,
Wow.
trying to solve homicides.
Not very. I'm gonna go with.
I think you're right.
I'm gonna go with because it'll just be McNulty going. We can't run in and laser saw everybody. It's not.
Why the fuck not?
And honestly, Master Chief or John, as your fucking real name is.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't know
wow.
why we hired you on the basis that you.
It's a DEI hire. We needed more aliens.
Your ID card is just a picture of your helmet. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is always like, we dress in professional casual here, suits and blazers. You
always
gotta
rock it
take
up.
this fucking take that fucking
Look,
plastic
John,
uniform
this
off.
it's just a party that I've had at my house. It's a relax. No, I'm always in the suit.
No, aren't you hot? Take the helmet
Yeah.
off.
Do you,
So scale
do
of
you-
1 to 10 then.
Do you have any cranberry juice? He really likes cranberry juice for some reason. I don't know why.
He's got a lot of UTIs because
Yeah.
he can't hydrate as much as he needs to.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 1. He's gonna be pretty,
Okay.
I mean, if they do need to kill a lot of people, then he will be helpful. That's the one. you know.
He'd be better with SWAT than he would
Yeah.
the homicide unit.
Yeah.
Stu, 1 to 10.
Definitely a 1. And
Okay.
the other thing we've not considered here, how the fuck would he ever go undercover? I mean, don't worry,
Unless it's
him.
Comic-Con.
I'll tail him on foot.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
be fine.
If you had a homicide at a Comic-Con, oh, that's his time to
I
shine.
mean, because let's be honest, The Wire, the whole show's about surveillance and
It's
surveilling
true.
people.
It's true.
He
Yeah.
would be terrible at that.
The guys who are dealing the drugs will be like, I think that guy in that massive warthog in the Space Marine suit might be watching us. Might
Yeah.
No, that's Bubbles'
Yeah.
friend. He's just looking to score.
It would be terrible.
Do you have any WMD?
be. Guys,
Yeah.
do you have any drugs? I'm pretty sure you're a cop.
It's like the lady in Bridesmaids on the plane. Can we have 2 glasses of alcohol, please?
Yeah.
All right, Stu, roll the die. Let's see who's next.
Okay,
2
here we go.
down, 3 to go.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Solid Snake.
Oh.
Chinny, 1 to
okay.
10. How funky, how cool, how stylish
I think,
is
I
Snake?
think he's. I mean, I'm not particularly fond of him, but I think
Yeah.
the general consensus that he is pretty cool. So I'm going to go with an 8 because sometimes he's a bit lame, isn't he? Sometimes he's hiding in a box. Do you know what I mean? Like
Well,
being a
I
pussy.
was thinking about the
Wow.
box.
Yeah.
You see, I feel like he should be a 9, but I'm going to demote him to a 6 or
Oh,
7.
God, wow, you really
Okay.
demoted him there. didn't you?
Because in one of the games I played, he shit himself in a
No,
box,
no,
and I'm
no,
like,
did he shit himself in the box as well?
yeah, I feel like he did. I feel like he shit himself in a box.
Stu,
I was
Stu,
like, that is
Stu,
not
Well,
cool.
Stu,
Well, sometimes we have these problems.
Stu, I think we have to fact check this. Right.
Just check it.
So,
But I'm
did-
sure he did. I'm almost
Stand
sure.
by, listeners.
I think
We're
it
going to
was-
find
I
out
think it was
if it's true.
Metal
that
Gear Solid
Snake once
3.
shat himself
Metal
in a
Gear
box.
Solid 3. I feel like he shit himself in
okay.
a box.
Solid Snake
Oh.
finds a barrel a man was hiding. Oh, what the?
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is this the Google AI summary at the top that you're reading from?
Solid Snake finds a barrel a man was hiding in to poop,
Yes.
but only sees the next advancement in stealth technology, is what this Reddit thing says.
What?
Okay.
Don't
That doesn't really
know.
make a lot
So
of sense.
did he
to
shit
me.
in
I
the
can't-
barrel? I'm almost sure he shit himself in a box.
Uh,
I just remember it happening.
I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah?
it did. There was in
don't
Solid in
know.
Metal Gear Solid 4. There is a character that is shitting himself a lot.
Akiba.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
in-
apparently
it
there's a
could
character named
be
Akiba
him
who shits
But
then.
himself.
I don't think Solid Snake. No, I can't say that he's never shot himself. Right. But I
Now,
don't
there's a
think-
game fact thread where it talks about who pees themselves in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Right.
Ah.
Apparently, there's other. In one, it's Otacon. In Metal Gear Solid 2, it's Emma. Like a lot of different people pee themselves.
I'm looking at the same thing as you.
Yeah, Johnny Crab. I mean, but these are just random people on the internet just putting stuff up there.
I'm pretty sure, Stu, that you're getting
That
this
it's another
mixed up.
character
That
with
in
an-
Metal Gear Solid 4
Okay,
is
we're-
a guy who's
we are
constantly shitting
besmirching-
himself.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to
Maybe you're
besmirch
right.
Solid
I
Snake.
don't
We don't-
want-
It's not fair.
I don't want Solid Snake's people getting in touch with us.
Okay.
Yeah, we already got
okay.
dinged by Rick Roll.
That's fine.
We
I'll
don't need to
go.
get in
I'll
trouble.
go
Okay.
9 then, and he is pretty
Wow.
funky.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
See,
have
I'm
to-
giving him a 7 because I think he is cool in a lot of ways, but I also think like the whole like silent person, like I'm angry, I'm gruff, I don't shave every day, like that's been done. I'm not blown away by that just by itself. So I recognize that he's cool, but he ain't that cool. All right. How fierce is he, Jenny?
Yeah, I think Stu, you've got it mixed up. It's not Solid Snake that shitting himself. It's this other
Okay, we're
character.
sorry for.
Oh, fair
impugning
enough. Fair enough.
Snake's
I will
name.
take it all back.
Yeah,
It would have been funny if he had shit himself. Though.
that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you saying, Duke? Sorry.
How
How
fierce,
fierce?
is he?
It's
How
1 to 10.
fierce?
How good is he at dealing with the baddies?
I think he's pretty efficient, isn't he? I'm gonna give him a 9. So because he
Yeah.
can sort of swoop in there and do the business. Like in Metal Gear Solid 5, he pretty much takes down a whole army himself.
He does.
So
Stu?
yeah.
I'm also going to go a 9 because I think any character that gets rid of bodies by attaching them to a balloon.
Mm.
That's
It's pretty-
that's pretty
pretty
funky.
fucking
I'd say,
cool.
yeah. I agree
So that's
that
maybe
that
a
has its
coolness,
charm.
fairness.
It
You
may
know what I
be a
mean?
coolness thing. Yeah, it's fine. I gave him an 8 just because he's got to hide a lot, and I like my heroes to just not to hide if they want to, but not have to. Because as soon as he's seen in most scenarios, it's done. I went back recently to try to play 5 again, and I was just like, I didn't have the patience that I had the first time I played it, so I was just constantly getting seen and wiped out. Whatever. All right, so roll the die and let's see what his faithful dip's
Here
going
we
to be
go.
for Solid
Here we
Snake.
go.
Yeah.
17. Number 17.
17 we've done, so we're going to skip down to 18. Chinny, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much value would Solid Snake's organs fetch on the dark web?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think that'd be pretty high. I think that'd be pretty high. Yeah, it's
I
like a
think they
collector's
would.
item.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's pretty fit, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's a fit
He
guy.
is.
You do
He's
have
been
to
through a
assume-
lot,
He has, but I
Yeah.
would imagine his internal organs are in pretty good shape.
and he's got a lot of resources to keep himself strong and
Yeah.
have doctors watching him all the time.
I'm sure there's some cyber shit in there as well at some point.
Yeah.
probably.
I'm gonna say high. I'm gonna say, is it still a scale of 1 to 10? Is it?
10 being the most value on the
I think
dark
it's gonna
web.
be an 8. Very valuable
Okay.
organs.
Stu?
Yeah, I'm gonna go solid 8 too because I like
Okay.
Chinny said. I think he's pretty fit and his organs would be
Yeah.
in pretty good shape even though he's old.
Agreed.
Mm.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. We'll do 2 more. Roll the dice, Stu.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8, we've done. So that takes us down to number 9. Shinny, I think this might have been the one you were talking about. How funky is Kratos from God of War?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't him.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
how funky, how cool is he?
How cool is he? How much style?
I think he's a. You know what? I'm gonna shock you. I think I'm gonna say about a 7.
What?
Because he's not. He's
I
not.
gave him a 6.
He's not cool, is he? Like he's sort of like
No.
he's an old man, and he's just
He
a
is.
boy, and he just wants to.
But
he's
even
just
if you
miserable.
look at, I mean, that's the new Kratos. If we even go OG Kratos, the original game,
Yeah.
he's still not very cool.
No,
I
he's,
don't know, because look, whoa, come on, hold up.
I mean, he's not Guy Wood 3 brush,
Yeah,
but he's
but the way he swings all that shit around is stylish.
swinging stuff around. I
You
mean,
know
it's
what I mean?
kind of
His-
again. That's
his
why I gave him a
attacks look
6. He's got a little bit of
amazing.
style.
A little bit. Oh, I've got to totally disagree with you two. I think he's
Okay, well, that's why you get to vote however you want to
a
vote.
solid 8. He's a solid 8,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
I
just
mean,
think
that throwing his
fine.
axe away and bringing it back and killing someone on the way
no,
back.
But like he's just like an old
A lot
man.
of
He's-
people
he's
do
like
that.
It doesn't matter if he's, but what he does is cool.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not fierce, but he's cool.
I think he's cool and fierce.
Well, speaking of fierce, Chinny, what would you give him on a scale of 1 to 10 and how fierce he is?
I think he's gonna be a 10, isn't he? Really? Like,
Yeah,
he's,
totally.
He's pretty strong. Pretty.
I
Strong
mean, his
character.
pretty
finishes, the
strong.
way he finishes some of these creatures off when he like does the killing blows.
Mhm.
And
rips their
he's
heads
killed
off and
gods.
stuff,
Like
and-
there's,
Yeah.
killing gods.
I mean,
is-
the big, I will never ever
Ever.
forget
Ever.
playing the beginning of God of War 3.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
You know,
I'm
when
sure.
you're fighting the biggest fucking thing you've ever seen. And it's just,
Sure,
and
it's
it's
a
like
very big
tiny.
monster.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I remember playing that and just thinking, wow, this is the most incredible thing I think I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
I mean, I
So
know
are you
times
going-
moved on since then, but yeah.
Well, but it broke the mold, and so people then came along and did it after them. But no one had
Yes.
done it like that before then.
So,
are you also going 10 there, Stu?
Oh, totally a 10,
Fierceness?
yeah.
Okay. I give it a 9 just because I felt like I had given Geralt a 10 and I've had to choose one or the other. I mean, in a way, it's ridiculous for me not to give
You can
Kratos
have
a
more
10
than
because he
one
has
with
killed.
10.
For some reason, I just bristle.
Gods,
at that.
he's
and
killed
so-
gods.
I know. I
Gods.
don't know. I have again.
Gods.
This doesn't make sense, but I think Kratos
God.
might win. Or
I don't
Geralt
think even
might win
Geralt
in a
killed a
fight.
god.
I'm sticking with 9. Roll the dice, Stu. Let's see what Kratos' fateful dip is.
Number 4.
Number 4, we've done, so we're dropping to 8. Jenny, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely is Kratos to remember his best friend's birthday?
Very unlikely. Very,
Very unlikely. I
low,
mean,
very low.
Not even happening. He couldn't give a shit about birthdays. He's old. He don't
I'd be
care.
like, Kratos, like I know you're busy, mate. Honestly, but
It's 5 years in a row. You could have said something. Facebook
like,
reminded
look,
you, didn't it?
And I'm happy to come along with you, and I know you've got some heads to rip off and stuff.
I
and
did that babysitting last
I'd,
weekend.
I'd love to do it today, but today it is my birthday today. Oh, this is awkward. And I'm like, well, it's all right. Honestly, it's not a big deal.
I'm not
Well,
too bothered.
You
but
can't.
it's a little annoying.
You kind of making it a big deal. No, I'm not. I'm not. You know. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
put a
You
number
got me
on
a-
that then.
You got me a card
I-
last
I-
year and you spelled my name wrong.
I'm gonna put
Sorry.
like there is 0 chance Kratos is remembering your birthday.
You give him
Yeah.
a 0.
Yeah, 0. There's no way.
Wow.
Yeah, 0 chance from me as well. 'cause
Wow. I'm giving
he-
him a 3.
he couldn't give less of a shit about
No.
people.
See, but remembering and not caring are two different things. And I think maybe his son would be like, "Don't forget it's John's birthday." He's like, "That
Nah.
fucker never takes his helmet off if I'm not giving him." But
Yeah,
certainly,
that's
it's
exactly
not
what
very
he did.
high on his list of
I honestly
priorities.
think
I
his
agree
son
with
could
that.
remind him the day before. It's like, don't forget. It's
He'd just grunt. He would go,
Well, I mean, but also to be fair, like, don't forget tomorrow is John's birthday, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder." And then
No, he
that night,
wouldn't.
here comes a god trying to kill him. He's a little preoccupied,
Yeah.
and so if he forgets, he can hardly be blamed.
He wouldn't
and
even
John's
be ca-
like,
he wouldn't
"It was
even
my
care to
birthday." He's like,
remember.
"I'm sorry, I had to fight the god of death. I'm sorry, I was trying to protect you from
Well,
dying
listen,
and everybody else."
Kratos, you remembered where the pickles are in the cupboard. Like you don't.
Hey,
forget-
I like pickles. I saved you and everybody else from
you
dying.
don't
I
forget
deserve a
everything
pickle.
after a fight. You know?
He would barely do a shoulder shrug if someone says you
I
forgot
was
my
exhausted.
birthday.
I had to come home.
You know what?
He'd be like,
I'm sorry I
at
couldn't
this
run out and
point-
get you a cake.
At this
Okay.
point, I'm,
It's like a
I'm-
pickle though.
I'm willing to bet that Kratos doesn't even know his own birthday.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He
I
literally
was never
cares.
born.
Literally
I've always
doesn't care.
existed in the shadow of death. All right, one more. Roll the dice, Stu.
Here we go.
Here we go.
18.
Number 18. Jenny, in terms of funkiness, coolness, style, 1 to 10, what would you give Samus Aran from Metroid?
Oh.
Funkiness, Samus. I think I think she's pretty cool. I'm gonna give her an 8.
Okay.
We don't see her often enough. Maybe that makes her cooler. I'll give her a 9. And also
Okay.
the cool thing about her was like, she was like, oh, no one knows that I'm a woman. And at the end of
That's right. She was a
Metroid,
chick
like,
before it was cool to have chicks in
"Bam,
games.
chick." Take
She was
that,
the first chick in video
woke
games who didn't have a bow in
police.
her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So yeah, I
that
think
Ms.
she's, I
Pac-Man?
think she's a 9.
Okay. Stu?
I'm gonna go 4 or 5 again because yeah.
Damn.
Do you know
I
what?
only have room to write down one number. You got to pick one.
4 because she's in a
Okay.
generic spacesuit again. It's just it's,
She is an engineer.
takes
She
it
it's
off
a
though.
whole like
does
oh,
take her helmet off at one point.
No,
yeah,
she
it's
takes
like
it off quite a lot.
cosplay. Oh, it's
Well, I've only
2001:
played
A
the first
Space
one, so I
Odyssey
wouldn't-
again.
There's a-
Oh, is this Apollo 13? Is that what you claim as?
There's a whole game where she barely has it on. Like there's
yeah?
Metroid.
Well,
other
whatever.
M.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. Spacesuit, generic, done.
It doesn't make sense because compared to Master Chief, she's pretty similar in this regard. But she's the only one I gave a 10 to because I just think it's so cool that she broke the glass ceiling in video games and she's a total badass. And everyone was like, "Oh my god!" So anyway, 10
Extra
on
woman.
coolness. How fierce is she, Chinny?
Yeah, she's pretty fierce. I mean, she's a loner, isn't she?
She is.
So yeah, I'm gonna give.
And she
her,
can roll up into a little ball.
Yeah, which I'm not
Well,
sure.
I guess
I'm
there
not
is
sure is good for her
that.
spine, to be honest.
Maybe she doesn't have a spine. She's got a series of fluid bulbs like
Honestly.
a Kif.
I'd love
on,
to see
Futurama.
an X-ray of Samus because
Yes, yes, you big squishy wuss.
yeah. For some reason, Samus, I think you're a jellyfish. It doesn't. You don't seem to have any bones.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I got you the little jewel, didn't I?
If you
Or
need me
whatever
to
she's
get
getting.
through that little round hatch,
That's right.
I'm your woman. I'm
I'm
gonna
a
give
woman.
her an 8 on
Okay.
fierceness.
Stu? Samus?
I'm gonna go same. I think she's pretty fierce. And like I
Yeah.
say, first woman in a video game, possibly. I don't
Yeah.
know, apart from Lara Croft,
Ever.
but she
You got to be
sexualized,
twice
wasn't
as
she?
good to get half as much credit.
Yeah. So I think she's pretty fierce.
Pretty good.
All right. Roll us a die for our last fateful dip for today.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Number 8. I think we've done that
Number
already.
8 we've done, so we're going to drop down to 13, and it's fitting for Chinny especially. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fun would it be to play snooker with her for an evening?
Well, she could turn into a ball, couldn't she?
Yeah, she could. She could.
That would be fun. How many of your snooker mates can do that?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, Samus, could you just turn into a little red ball for me? Just 'cause I need a red ball
Yeah.
over the pocket there. Yeah, but I'm orange. Listen, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There isn't an orange
We'll
ball,
put a
it's
light
not-
on you that makes you
yeah,
look
we'll
red.
sort it out.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very fun. I'm going to give her an 8
Okay.
because
An
she
8,
can turn into a
alright.
ball.
Yeah.
Could turn into
Stu?
a ball. No, 5. A 5 because that clunky suit, man, it's just too big to be in a snooker hall. She'd get wedged between the tables.
She'd rip the
She'd
cloth.
be having
she'd rip the
problems.
cloth
She'd
when
do
she's
Yeah, she'd
damaging
rip the cloth.
stuff.
when she's trying to take
Yeah,
a shot.
she'd
She'd
ju-
rip it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she would. I don't think she'd be able to rest a cue on that big glove at the end of her hand. I don't know. I think she'd be terrible at snooker. It would be just such a bad idea. I mean, it would
Now,
just
to be
a
fair, I didn't ask
disaster.
if she's good at snooker. I asked if she'd be
No,
fun
but
to
it would
play
be
with.
fun if it's a disaster, would
Alright,
it?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
I gave her a 6. I think
Yeah.
she'd be like hitting the ball too hard, and
Yeah.
I think she'd be a sore loser. So if she lost, she'd be like, "Fuck all y'all."
Yeah.
So, Anyway, all right. So that's the next 5. We got 5 left, people. Maybe we'll do it next week. We'll see. That's this week's installment of the Veteran Gamers UK Video Game Hero Championship rankings.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to say before we start emails, etc.
Yes.
I do believe Jason has decided not to send us any more emails. We haven't had one for about 3 weeks.
Really?
Oh yeah, 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh
since we
snap!
last
What
had
the
an
hell,
email.
Jason? We love you. We want you to
I
send
think
us
we
stuff.
must have said they were too distasteful too many times, and he's just been like, I'm not going to
I
send any more.
respect it, Jason. I respect the move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These two are like,
Yeah.
oh, please write back. I'm like, you said a thing.
Please,
You're sticking
please
to
write
it.
to us again.
Respect.
Please.
Well, I
Okay.
guess- okay.
Let's do the speak pipe first.
Oh, we're gonna do the speak pipe first.
let's do that first.
Damn, I'm not stalling to find the speak pipe sound clip.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message for us.
How about that?
All right, so the first and only speak pipe, it sounds like, is from Saint Diesel, and it goes a little something like this. Hit it.
Boom, chee, boom, chee, boom, chee.
You're Nick.
What's that?
Cage.
Oh,
Nick Cage.
okay. From what?
Don't know.
Hey,
That's
Mr. Grimmett,
brilliant.
it's Sing Diesel back again. That little sound clip was from the 2022 movie The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which I watched last night on Tubi. And it's a film starring Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage.
I like Pedro.
And he's playing himself, basically. Nicolas Cage is sending him his own reputation up. He's poking fun at his past movies, his past reputation, and his whole lifestyle. It weaves real events with fictional ones, and I thought it was good fun. It's a recommendation from me if you haven't seen it. But as you might guess, my question for you this week is: if you could choose an actor, performer who would star in a movie about their own life, about their reputation, about their history, about their roles, about their little idiosyncrasies, who would you choose?
Ooh.
And I thought about it for a while, and I think the obvious answer for me would be Tom Cruise. I don't think it should be an actor who everyone loves or everyone hates. Maybe someone who's big star, but has got a bit of a strange reputation, perhaps. So that's it for this week. Who would you choose for a parody about their own life?
Ooh, what about John Malkovich?
I think we've had that already.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking of Tom Cruise actually, because he's sort of a bit mysterious, isn't he? I suppose. I don't know a lot about
Fucking
him.
shill for Scientology.
Well,
Where's Shelley Miscavige, Tom?
You see, I thought Tom Hanks, but then I think he's just too serious. I don't.
You
I don't
watched
feel.
Here? Did you see Here?
No.
I don't think I
Movie
did.
based-
No.
It's based on a very good book. We really like the book. Both Duchess and I loved it, and it's a good movie, but it's not great. They added too much stuff to it, and it's not whatever. Anyway,
I heard
it's worth
about it.
seeing because it's a very interesting experiment. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel
And
like
Tom
Tom
Cruise is very
Hanks.
good in it.
Yeah, I feel like Tom Hanks would be far too taking himself seriously to send himself up.
I don't
if you
know. He's
what
got
I
a
mean.
pretty good sense of humor. He's kind of goofy. He was on 30 Rock playing a goofy version of himself.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on the Wayne's World skit on SNL. He's got
Was
a
he?
sense of
I
humor.
don't remember that. He's hosted SNL a few times, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Then.
He plays a roadie on Wayne's World.
I mean, that doesn't mean that a movie about him, you know, doing this kind of parody thing would be good. I think that would be a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of.
I don't know. For some reason, my mind goes to Chris Rock. I just think he's a very interesting guy. He's very smart, but a lot of his comedy is not, is about like kind of.
I feel like Chris Rock already sends himself up a bit, though. He
He
does.
I mean, that's the thing. It wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be very easy to parody.
No,
him.
I feel like you need someone who's normally taken seriously. I suppose.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, who's like.
But
a
Nick
really
Cage isn't
serious
usually
accent.
taken that seriously.
What
I mean,
about-
he's a good actor at times.
What
but-
about Leo?
Yeah, maybe.
I think
Could you
it's gotta
find
be,
a steady stream of women that young?
it's gotta be an actor who has he's a bit of a legend, but they've had bad movies. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what Nick Cage is, isn't he? He's a bit of a legend, but he's had a lot of bad movies for tax reasons, probably.
What, Jason Segel?
Jason Steven Seagal.
Oh, Steven Seagal. Sorry. Yeah,
No, Jason
sorry.
is his brother. We want to see
Yeah,
a
that's
movie
his,
about
yeah,
Jason.
not,
I wanna
we're not
see
meant
Jason.
brother. Yeah, Steven Seagal is what I want to say.
Jason
Strangely
Statham.
enough, he's a really good
Yeah, I
actor,
did.
but everyone
I
laughs
did.
him out of the. And as soon as Jason Seagal comes in, they're like, "Oh wait, you're related to Steven
I
Seagal. Get the
did.
fuck out!"
I
I did Hamlet
combined-
on fucking Broadway. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here.
I
schmuck.
combined Jason Statham and
I
Steven
think-
Seagal, didn't I?
I think you've hit the nail on the head there.
I
think
don't know. Is
Steven
Jason Statham's life interesting? Is
No,
he-
Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal.
Well, no,
Steven
but, okay.
Seagal.
Well, but Steven again, like he's already a parody of
Oh,
himself.
I've got one. I've got
No, I
one.
think yeah, but he takes
Oh.
himself very seriously, doesn't he?
I've got the
Yeah,
perfect
I guess
one.
that's true. Yeah, go ahead.
John Travolta.
John Travolta. that
Because
could
he's
be.
done some terrible films and some really good
has.
films.
Oh, what about Tilda Swinton? She would kill it. She would be awesome at that because nobody knows what the fuck she's like because she's so different in every goddamn movie she's in. Or Jodie Foster, she would be good.
Helen Mirren.
I'm just naming.
What
I'm just
about-
naming character actors.
What
that
about
I like.
Helen Mirren?
Helen Mirren? Yeah, maybe. That could work.
She's up for anything. Let's be honest.
She is up for anything.
I don't think she is.
Oh, my baby died.
Jesus.
That's Gosford Park in a nutshell, people. Now you don't have to watch it.
My baby died. So
Anyway, any other
I
answers
think
for Saint
Michael
Diesel here?
Keaton would be a good one. I feel like he's got a good personality, Michael Keaton.
He does have a good
Seems
person.
like
He
a
was on
nice-
30 Rock as well.
Seems like a nice guy. He's had a good career. Bit flaky in the noughties, but he's bounced back.
He he had a before Birdman, he was just kind of on the ropes. But he was a decent Batman. When he was on 30 Rock, he played a janitor, and he's got one day left to retirement, and of course to get shot at the end of the episode, but for no reason. Like, why is someone getting shot on this show about making a Saturday Night Live? But at one point, there's a gas leak, and he's looking at the pipe, and he goes, "Man, I'm too old for this sound that comes out of this pipe."
He's a funny guy.
It's too funny. He is.
Good,
Funny
good
writer.
comedic actor, I think. Michael
Yeah,
Keaton.
yeah, definitely.
you see, I'll be honest. My favourite ever sending up of what was considered a fairly serious actor at the time
Yeah.
was Daniel Radcliffe in Extras.
Oh yeah, that was
It is just
magnificent. I mean, everybody in
absolutely
extras. Sam Jack was
brilliant.
great in it. Although Sam Jack was
No, he's
mostly
not
just
really.
being the straight man.
He's like one scene though, isn't he? Or two.
It's
scenes.
true. It's true. But what's her name?
Kate Winslet.
You are
Kate Winslet.
guaranteed Kate Winslet. Oh god, that was
She's the best
magnificent.
episode, Kate Winslet.
She
And
is the
maybe
best
Oh, I still think Daniel Radcliffe's the best.
Daniel was great. Daniel was really good.
No, what's
Being like the sex
Because
addict.
Daniel had to be more vulnerable.
Les
Kate
Dennis,
got to
though.
be over the top.
Les
Les
Dennis-
Dennis was also good.
Les Dennis
yeah,
was great.
agreed. But Daniel had to be really vulnerable and make himself look really stupid.
I'll say this about Daniel Radcliffe. He's not a great actor. I'm sorry.
He's all right.
He's not-
He was good in
he's not.
Sin City, which required a little range from him.
What Daniel Radcliffe was in Sin City?
Yes, but didn't he play the psycho?
Dude with the glasses.
Yeah, he played the
he was
psycho,
a
didn't
proper
he?
fucking psycho, man.
All right.
Yeah.
well,
I mean, that wasn't a big role, and it didn't require. I mean, it required as much from him as the dude who played the Riddler in the most recent Batman, who was amazing in There Will Be Blood, but as the Riddler, he just had to hide in the background and occasionally mutter or whatever.
I just every time I see Daniel Radcliffe in something, I'm like, look, you seem like a nice guy. Like you seem like a nice chap. You really do, right? And I'm really happy for you, but.
Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that you're Daniel Radcliffe. Like, ever. Like, I know you're Daniel Radcliffe. Whereas, I watched the Bob Dylan movie, and I'm not a huge Timothy Chalamet movie, but look, I didn't realise I was still watching Timothy Chalamet when I'm watching that movie. You feel like you're watching Bob Dylan.
Yeah, you almost
I
forget.
agree. I
You
agree. He can
forget.
really get into
And
a
I
role.
watched,
I'll be
I
honest.
watched the new Wonka movie, and I'm not a huge fan of the Wonka movie, but Timothy's really, really good in it. So
Yeah, I mean, I'll maybe watch it. I haven't seen it, and I don't know that I will. But yeah, there are some actors like I want to see them perform. Like Denzel Washington. It doesn't matter what he's in. I want to see it because I know his
and
performance.
Leo, I
will be
love
good.
Leo as well. Like anything he's in, I'll just watch it.
I'm not turned off by Leo, but he doesn't have that same magnetism for me that Denzel
I'm always
does.
turned on by Leo.
All
Wish I was a under 25 female for him.
Yeah, Millie had never seen Extras really. We showed her the Daniel Radcliffe episode not that long ago, and she just thought it was hilarious because she was a massive Harry Potter fan. And to see him do all that stuff is just brilliant. It's timelessly funny.
Yeah.
So
but
funny.
he's not a good actor. So we can just
No, he's not a good actor.
agree on that.
Anyway, I think that answers the question.
I think so.
I think that pretty much answers the question.
I think
Okay,
it does.
we have got an email. It's from a silent gamer who we haven't had a quiz off for a while.
Kind of works with that rhythm.
But he's back on it. He's back on it. He's sent us. He says
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Squid Game plus quiz.
Yeah, they did Squid Game in Call of Duty. You can be one of the people from Squid Game. Why do I want an aqua jumpsuit when I'm playing Call of Duty? I look like someone who's about to get shot. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, I got killed many times by somebody wearing that Squid Game thing. So.
But were you trying to get a big piggy bank full of money though, Chinny?
No.
Have
To
y'all
be
watched the
fair,
second season?
No, I've not been that interested.
The first one ended so badly. I'm like, I'm not giving you any more of my time, man.
And I've not heard great things. Everyone who I know who's watched it is like, it was all right.
Fair enough. It's hard to follow up. I mean, because the premise was really good and the first few episodes were really good. And then it just died on the end. Sorry, go on, Stu.
We're watching American Prime Evil at the moment, which is fucking brutal.
All right, we got to get on with the bloody email.
No, it's time to talk about what we've been watching.
Recommendations, good.
It's my
Really
fault
good.
because I went. Yeah, go ahead.
Really good.
Squid Game, Call of Duty quiz.
Anyway, it says, hi, Stu, Chinny, and Duke. Hope you are all well. Yes, we are, I think.
What's up?
I've been enjoying playing Black Ops 6 during the last part of Season 1. They had a limited time mode event, and that was red light, green light from Squid Game, which was a good mode. I played it a bit.
Really?
Didn't win, but it's the taking part that counts.
I mean, I should try it before I judge it, just like prop mode. But
it's
like,
finished.
It's finished now.
Oh, is it over? Like, how interesting is it to play red light, green light? That's not
Honestly,
fun.
dude, you're an English teacher. They had a limited time, would say it's in past tense, which means it's happened already.
Okay, my bad. I didn't realize it was over. Jeez.
Had.
Anyway,
Had.
I don't think that would be a fun
Not
mode for me.
have. Had.
Is
Anyway.
that how you make the past tense of have?
Unbelievably so, yes.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I hadn't watched Squid Game beforehand, seen a lot of hype around this TV show, so I was now curious about it. There was a meme currently circulating the internet, a smiling man, a frowning man, image attached, and this piqued my interest.
Okay.
So I ended up watching both series of the show and thoroughly enjoyed it and cannot wait for season 3. I really don't think that if Call of Duty didn't feature Squid Game, I wouldn't have watched it.
That's not Squid Game. This is the guy from fucking Breaking Bad.
What?
No, it isn't. The picture that's on this
Okay,
email.
I did a search for Smiling Man, Frowning Man, and it came up with Hank from Breaking Bad.
It's probably
Well,
a different
maybe
meme, isn't it? That's why.
There's more than one meme of
Okay.
a smiling man, frowning man. I
Okay,
guess.
well then this is what
Well,
came up. Smiling Man, Frowning Man.
Look, he's attached it to the email, and it's the guy from Squid Game.
You're getting the one from Breaking Bad, which is Dean Norris, but the one that he means is the main character taking his photo, and he's frowning and
in
smiling.
Squid Game.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you just type in Squid Game at the end of that search, you'll.
I did, and now I'm getting some images of that. Yes.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I've been enjoying Black Ops so much that I've made one of my signature double quizzes for you to enjoy. And because Duke was begging for a quiz the other week or so, Duke, please play It's Time for a Quiz jingle. Thank you very much.
You know what? I play what I want to play.
How about that?
Cash me outside if you don't like it. You can't just tell me what to play and I play it.
Yeah, we can.
It's time for the quiz.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'm
time
gonna
for the
play it,
quiz.
obviously.
We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the
But I gotta
quiz.
sound tough though.
You've got to sound tough like it.
Oh,
You've got
it
to
looks
be,
like the. Sorry, go ahead.
You've got to be funky and fierce. That's what you got to
Gotta be tough. You gotta be rough. It looks like the second season when he's getting his picture, whereas the first season he's kind of happy and upbeat.
Well,
The
he
second
thinks
season,
he's
I
going to
guess-
be fine. He doesn't know he's about to be nearly killed.
Right, and now the second season he's like, okay, now I know what this is. I'm gonna have to be very angry.
Question one. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Number one. Which of these characters is in the Call of Duty Black Ops series?
I don't know any characters from this shit.
Is it A, Dominic Santiago? Is it B, Ishii Sato? Is it C, Harry Hawker? Or is it D, Frank Woods?
And this is this guy is the quiz who he makes. Those are all characters from something.
Frank Woods
So the meta quiz is to try to figure out where the other ones are from.
I feel like it's Frank Woods. I don't know.
I think he's in Blops. He's in all the Blops games.
I feel like it's Frank Woods, even though I've not played many of these games.
I'm pretty sure he's the guy in the wheelchair in Blop 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we'll say then, because I don't have a better answer.
Dominic Santiago, isn't that from? I'm just trying to think. Isn't
That's
that from
Gears of War, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, it's Gears of War, isn't it? Ishii Sato.
I don't know who that is.
Ishii Sato and Harry Hawker.
Mishisato sounds like Metal Gear Solid, but maybe that's not fair.
Yeah, it could be Metal Gear Solid.
Don't know.
Harry Hawker, I've never heard. That doesn't ring any bells at all, Harry Hawker. Right, shall we find out if we're right and what the others were? Here we
Let's
go.
find out the truth. Go ahead.
The correct answer was, of course, D. Frank Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops. Frank Woods acts as one of the major supporting characters aiding fellow operative and Black Ops protagonist Alex Mason. Dominic Santiago was indeed Gears of War, your co-op partner. Ishi Sato, if we'd have got this, it would have been pretty incredible, to be fair. We'd have been all very happy with ourselves. Bulletstorm. So there's a blast from the past.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I love Bulletstorm, though. What a game that was. He's a character that accompanies you throughout the game. Harry Hawker was from Sniper Elite. See, I haven't really played much of Sniper Elite, so I probably wouldn't have got that. And he's a co-op teammate player, first appearing in Sniper Elite 3. Okay, question 2. Are you ready?
Ready.
Which of these perks is in Call of Duty Black Ops series? Is it A, Akimbo Gunslinger?
No, that's from Call of Duty 4.
Is it B, Muffled Movement?
Maybe.
Is it C, Cold Blooded?
No, that's from fuck. I think that was from Modern Warfare or Ghosts.
Okay, or is it D, Little Leaguer?
Well, it's not Little Leaguer. That's
I think
Fallout.
I think
That's
it's
a Fallout
Muffled.
perk.
Yeah, Muffled Mover. I think it is.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it might be Cold Blooded because I think there's one. So here's the thing: both of those are perks, but they're not both named those things. In other words, there is a perk in Black Ops where you can move quietly, but I don't know if it's called Muffled Movement. There is a perk where you don't show up on like UAVs, but I don't know if it's called Cold Blooded.
Cold Blooded sounds maybe more Call of Duty when I think about it.
I think Cold Blooded was an earlier Call of Duty game, and Muffled Movement is the one for Black Ops. But I'm not certain about that.
Oh, you see, you don't know now, do you? Little Leaguer was what we're saying. Fallout for Little Leaguer.
Yeah, that's definitely Fallout. I will bet $100.
Fallout 4, we go in Fallout 4 for that.
I don't remember which. I mean, I think it's in multiple ones because I think it's to do with your ability to throw explosives and grenades.
I don't know whether Call of Duty would use the word muffled. I don't know. It doesn't
I
feel
think they have
Call
a
of
cooler
Duty.
sounding name.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very like Cold Blooded sounds right.
All right. Yeah,
Muffled,
let's do
I
Cold
don't know. Where would we get Muffled Movement though? That'll be another sort of RPG, wouldn't it?
Well, it might be like a Far Cry game because that would be useful for sneaking around.
Well, let's
in
do
there.
that. Let's go Far Cry for that then.
Okay.
And we're saying Akimbo's from Call of Duty 4?
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, it's from an earlier Call of Duty game, and I'm pretty sure it was in a.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Because it's two guns at the same time.
Oh, you'll be so glad we did it. Cold Blooded is Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
Which is undetectable by AI targeting and thermal optics. Player controlled score streaks don't highlight you.
Cash me outside.
How about that?
Little Leaguer was indeed from the Fallout series.
Oh, snap! It's from the Fallout series.
Adds +5 to your melee weapons and explosive skill per rank.
Right, that's right.
Now, the one you were so sure was from a Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Is that really not
game.
from a Call of Duty game?
Akimbo Gunslinger is not from that. It is from Call of Juarez Gunslinger.
All right, you know what? Call of Duty.
He's looking it up now.
Akimbo, because there was a thing called Akimbo handguns in Call of Duty. So, I mean, what was the one he had?
It's Call of Juarez.
No, but what was the perk called?
Akimbo Gunslinger.
Akimbo Gunslinger.
Okay, so in Call of Duty, it was called Akimbo Attachment or the Akimbo perk. It wasn't called Akimbo Gunslinger, so fair enough. But on the other hand, the word Akimbo, the word Akimbo was in Call of Duty back.
Yeah, I'll give you that because it's the same.
Okay, fair enough. But we got one right,
which was Jewel Weed.
Tool weed, yeah, man. You can smoke in this hand or this hand.
Dual wield revolvers.
Speaking of which, what the fuck is Snoop doing at a goddamn crypto event for Trump? Come on, Snoop. What are you thinking?
Muffled Movement, Duke. I am very disappointed in you.
Is it Skyrim?
It's fucking Skyrim.
Well, see, that just goes to show how little I do fucking okay.
What?
I don't do
How
stealth
little
in
you take
Skyrim.
notice.
No. Hang on a second. There's actually a good reason why I don't know this. Two good reasons. One, I don't fuck with stealth in Skyrim. It's like asking me about the illusion perk tree in Skyrim. I don't fuck with illusion magic. The other thing is, for about 5 years now, I've been using a mod in Skyrim called Ordinator, which completely changes all the perks in the game. So I don't know what any of the OG perks are because I don't fuck with the original perks. I do different perks because I'm special.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am a bit ashamed that I did not know the answer to a Skyrim.
I'm just
question.
trying to look now how long you've played Skyrim. Just
Oh,
give
I
me
play.
a
Well,
second.
that's the other thing. If you're playing SKSE, it doesn't track it in Steam. So.
Oh, does it? I was just going to look how
Nope.
many thousands of hours you
Yeah,
put in Skyrim.
it's
and then-
really not. It should be like 2,000 hours.
And then berate you and go, you played 2,000 hours. How the fuck did you not know the answer to this?
I know. Well, and then also there's the original Skyrim. So original Skyrim, I got 644 hours. But again, it's probably twice as much of that because I had SKSE in that. And then this one is 300, but it's not right because, yeah, when you run up the SKSE, it's different. So.
I'm very disappointed in you. Anyway, here.
You're allowed to be disappointed.
Question number 3.
Yes.
Which of these characters is voiced by an American actor in Call of Duty Black Ops series? This is tough because presumably the others must be English, I guess, or different
Yes.
countries. Officer Tenpenny. Johnny.
Well, hang on a second. That's not even from Black Ops. That's from
Fallout
fucking
3, isn't it?
No, dude. Seriously, if I'm gonna get shit for not knowing Skyrim, you're gonna get shit for not knowing Officer Tenpenny.
Oh, it's.
Is it Red Dead
it's Red
Redemption?
2,
then?
isn't it?
Hello?
Red
No,
Dead
it's not. Oh my god.
What is it? Red Dead 1? GTA? I don't know.
No. San Andreas, dude. Sam Jack.
Oh,
Come
right.
on.
San Andreas is the one I know.
Dude, you got to give him shit now because he didn't know GTA.
What is the matter with you? You
And that's a
fucking rock
character's
star
name.
fanboy,
That's a
you
character's
call
name. That's
yourself?
like whose beacon do you go after in Skyrim? And I'm like, I don't know, Meridian.
Hold your head in
San
shame.
Andreas
Yeah,
is the
there
one I
you
know the
go.
least. I never.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
don't give me none of that
I never-
bullshit.
It's an important character in that game.
It's the only GTA I
never
haven't
finished?
finished.
Well, it's time to
look,
finish
do you know
it.
what? You're not a
So you
fucking
can tell, you can
rockstar
lie
fanboy then,
and
are
say
you?
you did it without any cheats. Because anybody who says they finished San Andreas without cheats is a liar.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, Stu, you were reading the options. Go on.
Johnny Silverhand is Cyberpunk, so it's definitely not that one.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Jason Hudson.
That sounds like the right answer. What's the other one?
Dan Hagar.
Dan Hagar. Isn't
What
that
was
the guy,
what
the
was
Viking
question
in the
again? Like
comics?
voice
No,
training
I'm getting. No, I get.
One
what
of these
I'm-
characters was done
Yeah.
by an American actor.
No, what I
no,
know-
which member of Black
think-
Ops?
Yeah, I think all of them were done by an American actor, but
Well,
obviously,
okay, right. So which one of these characters
which
is in
of those
Black
one
Ops?
from Black Ops? So
We know it ain't the first two. So
So
we're
it ain't
50-50
A or
chance.
B, so it's C or D. So it's either Jason Hudson or Dan Hagar.
Jason.
See, I don't know either of those.
Couldn't tell you.
Chinny, you played more Black Ops than either of us do. Any
uh,
ideas?
Hudson.
Yeah, but he's
Hudson
playing pretend you're a box mode. That doesn't really help you with.
Hudson is a Black Ops character.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but I don't know
Okay.
if it's James
Oh,
Hudson,
that's
but it's
it?
got to be that.
Well,
one.
it's got to be him, then, hasn't it?
Okay. It's more
So-
likely that that's him.
So, any ideas where Dan Hagar's from?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Nope.
Okay,
wish I could tell
here we
you.
go. You ready?
Okay. We're ready.
So it is Jason Hudson. You are correct, and it's voiced by Ed Harris.
Sure.
Oh wow, he's got
And
skills.
in Black Ops 1 and Michael Keaton in Black Ops 2.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Talked about Michael
That's
Keaton
weird
twice
that-
on this episode.
that's pretty
I'm
impressive.
surprised that Sam Harris couldn't do it. for the
So,
second one, or
so I'm
wouldn't.
going to ask Chinny this, seeing as he's our resident Rockstar fanboy.
Oh,
here.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So Officer Tenpenny was voiced by a famous American actor. Who was it?
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Didn't I just yell it out?
Oh, did you? I never heard you say that. It's Samuel L. Jackson. You were so
Yes,
right.
it
Here we
is.
go.
Yeah. woo.
Johnny Silverhand was obviously Cyberpunk, and who was that voiced by people?
Is that Ed Norton's
Keanu
character
Reeves.
or Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves.
Okay,
indeed
okay.
he do. And
Right.
Dan, and he looks
Whoa.
exactly like him as well.
I know kung fu.
Yeah, Dan Hagar was from Rage.
Bodacious.
Rage.
Oh wow, no
Who's
wonder no one
playing
knows.
Rage. Who gives a shit about
Yeah, exactly.
Rage?
But
Well,
who
he's
was
just
it
looking up
voiced
famous
by?
actors.
Oh, I know.
So is it
I
someone
know
we
this.
know?
I know this.
Oh,
Who
is
the
this
voice of?
It's the guy from
from Roseanne?
Roseanne. Yes.
It is John Goodman.
Fuck, John Goodman. He's also in Barton
John
Fink.
Goodman.
Oh, mwah.
Well done.
He's a good actor,
well
man. I would
done.
love to. That's the guy we should have the movie about. He's a really interesting dude.
There you go.
I think he's a good actor.
Okay, which of these villains is in Call of Duty Black Ops series? So which of the villains? So A is Raul Menendez.
That sounds right.
No, that's maybe.
B is Rodrigo Borgia.
That sounds right.
No, that's Assassin's Creed. The
C
Borgia
is
family.
Colonel Augustus Autumn.
That sounds right.
Isn't that Far Cry?
I'm just saying that sounds right.
And D
They all sound right.
is Juan Mendoza, and that sounds right to me.
Mendoza!
That sounds
Is that
right.
another one from The Simpsons? So read the first and the last one again. Juan Mendoza's the last one. What was the first one?
I feel like Raul Menendez is that not from Far Cry? One of the Far
Raul
Cry
Menendez.
games.
I don't know.
Fuck.
I think that third one isn't that Giancarlo Esposito in the
In Far Cry
What,
6.
Colonel
Cry?
Augustus Autumn?
Colonel Augustus Autumn?
Far Cry 6.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh,
I
I
don't know.
thought Raul Menendez
I can't
sounded
keep
like
names
Far
straight.
Cry.
A lot of them sound like all of them, except
So-
we know that. What was the second one?
Rodrigo Borgia.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I think it's Juan Mendoza.
Mendoza.
Yeah, there
Amar
you
better
go.
be loving that Simpsons line.
Raul
And Antonio.
Menendez.
He's the one who killed his parents with his brother. 'Cause They were
Lovely.
being abused. Everyone thought it was just from greed, but it wasn't because they were being abused.
Lovely.
Hmm.
No, I don't have any idea.
What's
who
the
it
answer,
is.
Stu? Jeez.
See, I'm
Yeah.
I'm thinking, just
Give
trying
up.
to figure out Raul Menendez. Can't say it. Raul Menendez.
Raul
I wonder,
Menendez.
that's not Max Payne 3, is it?
Bunch of games take place in South America.
Max Payne 3. Or Just Cause? Is it from one of the Just Cause games?
I think it's from Pac-Man 2.
Okay. Well, let's find out because we're not sure. Oh, here we
No.
go. Oh, good hell.
We got it wrong.
We did get it wrong. It is A. Raul Menendez. He's from Call of
Oh,
Duty
wow.
Black Ops 2.
That sounds
About
right.
that.
So Menendez is a Nicaraguan drug lord and leader of the terrorist organization Cordy Die.
How about that?
How about that? Rodrigo Borgia is indeed Assassin's Creed 2, who's the leader of the Italian Rite of Templar Order.
Hey, what's
During
up?
the Renaissance in Italy, responsible for the execution of Ezio's father and brothers, driving him to join the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Okay.
Colonel Augustus Autumn Duke.
Yes.
So disappointed in you. Fallout 3, is that what you said?
No, I said Far Cry.
Well,
Whoa,
you're
wait,
wrong.
Wait.
Fallout 3.
Wait. Fallout 3. What's the name again?
Colonel Augustus Autumn. He's the Enclave's
Augustus
military
Autumn.
commander and the main
Really?
antagonist. He's the main person.
No,
You
the
call
main
yourself
antagonist.
a
The main
Bethesda
antagonist is the
fanboy?
nuclear reactor you go into at the end and you die. That's the
Well,
main
no.
antagonist.
No,
Whoever
but the
kills the
main
main character,
human
that's the
antagonist.
antagonist. Well, is he really human if he works for the Enclave though? He's a more monster than man. Is Chinny
Wow.
puking? What? Are you okay, Chinny? You just got your head down all of a
I
sudden.
got
He's so disappointed in you, dude.
I guess
something's
so.
going on with my nail. Something's going on with my nail.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought
You
it was
are,
something-
honestly, you two between you.
Whatever.
Awful.
Yeah.
And Juan Mendoza was Call of Juarez, also known as
Oh.
Juarez. So there you
Okay,
go.
fair enough.
So there you
How
go.
about that?
Okay, Bo, to be clear, the answer is the name of the character who said which quote bonus points game. Here we go.
Okay. Hit me.
Okay. Just to be clear, the answer is the name of the character who said the quote bonus points game. So A is put, hey, are you the Marcus Phoenix? The one who fought at Aspo Fields? Or B, never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you, Arthur Morgan. C,
So-
I think we're meant to guess who said these quotes.
Fuck you.
Okay.
C, your name is Alex Mason. You were born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served in the CIA assassination team known as Operation Force.
Mason, that's Black Ops 6. Or that's
Yeah.
the
Is
Black
that
Ops series, right? Because
correct?
where are the numbers, Mason?
Definitely Black
No,
Ops.
but the answer is the name of the character who
Yeah.
said
Oh,
the
I know.
quote.
I don't know any characters.
And finally, D, you're Silas Greaves, the bounty hunter.
Officer Tenpenny? Damn it, CJ! All you had to do was follow the train.
Okay, read the first one out.
Hey,
how can we?
Are you the Marcus Phoenix, the one who fought at Aspo
Right,
Fields?
so that's Gears of War.
Gears of
who
War,
would
yeah.
But
say
who
that?
said it to
Train?
him? Who said it to Marcus
Coltrane?
Phoenix?
Coltrane. We'll
Coltrane's
go
the only
Coltrane.
character I know.
B.
Coltrane. Okay, Coltrane for A. B, never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you, Arthur Morgan. Well, that's
I'm
obviously
gonna
Red
say
Dead
that's,
2.
That's John Marston.
It's going to be John
Marston
Marston,
would be
doesn't
A
it?
good answer for that, yeah.
See, your name is Alex Mason. You were born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served in the CIA
with
assassination team.
Jason Hudson.
John F. Kennedy?
Jason Hudson.
Jason Hudson.
And finally, D, you're Silas Greaves, the bounty hunter.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
The bounty hunter.
I feel like it's a cartoony character, though. Greaves, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Don't
it could
have
be
an answer.
Hitman? Is that,
I'm going
is
to
it
go.
possibly
No, I'm
Hitman?
going to go. Is it not Borderlands?
I don't know.
Shall we go
I don't
one of
think
the
they know.
Borderlands games? I don't know.
I feel like
Well, what game are you a bounty hunter, though?
Well,
Because you're
there's
not a bounty hunter in Borderlands.
No, but there's bounty hunters in Borderlands, isn't there?
There are, but
Star Wars.
I think it's in all the other ones.
Well, we don't
it's
even
talking
know
to
the
player
character, do we? Haven't they? We
But it's
don't even
talking to
know
the
the
player
game.
character in all the other ones. So by
Yeah.
reasonableness, this would also be a game where the person's talking to the player character.
Okay, you ready then?
Not
Let's
that that
find
helps
out.
me answer it. Okay.
Here we
ahead.
go.
Tell us. All right. Sounds right.
Well, wait a minute.
Uh,
I'm a bit confused now.
stand by, listeners.
Oh, I didn't read the. It's my fault.
Okay.
The question was directly under the answers, and I didn't actually. It was which character said the quote in a Call of Duty Black Ops series?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so
Wait,
we
what?
so we pretty much figured these out. So it's got to be C,
I got
hasn't
it. Yeah,
it?
it's the one that said Mason.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
C.
Okay.
So we know the
Gotcha.
answer to that.
Yes. All right.
But we were
got it
trying to
right.
we were trying to make it way too
Yeah.
difficult for ourselves.
Well, but it's the meta game all the time.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so we go for C. So we
But
were
we
just
don't know
in
the
the
last
meta
one.
game. We go meta game.
Yeah, we want to know the last one.
Right.
So
Okay.
go ahead,
Let's
read
have a
them
look.
off.
So it is C. So your
All
name is Alex
right.
Mason, and it's Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And who said it? It doesn't say. Oh,
No.
it's Jason Hudson.
I got that right.
Hey, Chinny got that right.
Yeah, you
What,
got that
what?
right. I tell you what, we did pretty well here.
Wee.
A.
Wee. Fucking wee.
Oh no, you
I
were
got
wrong.
10
On,
penny.
we were wrong on A. It was Gears of War, but it was Anthony Carmine.
Right.
Anthony Carmine.
okay.
B was John Marston,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it was Call of Juarez Gunslinger, and it was Dwight Eisenhower.
Does he love Call of Juarez so much?
Let it
Has
go
he
with
likes
Carl
it,
Juarez,
no,
buddy.
he likes it. Look, you like
You
what
can
you
like it. You don't have to make every
I
question.
played
about
the
it.
first.
You see, if
three.
I did this quiz, every question would have someone from Until Then in it. You know.
Call
Yeah,
of
there you
Juarez is
go.
responsible for one of the funniest gaming clips on the internet, which is Goat Ladder. So
Was that Call of Juarez?
That's Call of
Oh,
Juarez
sweet.
1, yeah.
These knives, man.
These knives, man. That's Call of Juarez.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
Oh,
says
that's
anyway.
awesome.
Hope you enjoyed that. All the best cheers. Yeah, we did. It's good fun. Though.
Yes, we did. Thank
we
you, bro.
missed the quizzes, man. So
Yeah,
really
we love
cool.
your quiz.
We're glad that you sent one, and it was really cool to do it. I mean,
Jay
I
turned
love
into
it.
a punk and stopped doing quizzes that take him 6
Yeah,
hours.
exactly. It gets your grey matter going, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Yes,
It
it
gets
does.
us
Yes, it
thinking.
do.
Sorry
Yes,
about
it
that.
do.
So thank you very much for that, Silent Gamer. You're so kind to have taken some time out to do that for us again. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
That's
And
right.
that's about it, I believe. So it's time to do some shout outs. Get the hell out of here.
time for a shout out. Hey!
Hey.
I'll start, and of course, I'm going to shout out Silent Gamer for taking some time out to
course.
create us an excellent quiz tonight. I'm also going to shout out Duke because doing the Heroes of Gaming was pretty cool again. So I'm
Yeah.
going to give him a shout out. I'm going to shout out
yeah.
Jason, even though he doesn't interact anymore. You know, I miss his crazy emails.
Come on, Jason. Send us another crazy
Yeah, come on,
email. Why
Jason.
not?
We missed the
Come
emails.
on. Come
We're
on.
sorry if we upset you.
Come on.
And I know you had a
Come
big
on.
old dung under your house, but and I'm also by the way, I'm going to shout out Steve Pemberton,
Mhm.
who obviously sent us the credits for Audible because I've started the book series he recommended. And I can't remember what it's called now, but I have started it, and it's pretty fucking good. They have these cool swords that like, and when they like cut someone's neck, it doesn't actually cut them, but it just severs a spinal cord, but you don't see it, and then their eyes burn.
Whoa.
So it's kind of cool. So it doesn't do any. It only cuts inanimate objects.
Okay.
But when you cut a living thing, it just damages it. Like if you cut someone's arm off, their arm's still there, but it just becomes floppy and unusable anymore.
And that's why you always leave a note.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool so far.
Sure.
So I'm enjoying it. So I've started the series. I've got all 5 books to listen to because I had some credits of my own, and I just bought the whole series, which is 5 books.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be busy for a while. They're all pretty long, like 20, 30 hours plus.
Sure.
So I'm going to be kept pretty busy with those. But yeah, enjoying them so far. So thank you, Steve, for that.
Thanks, Steve.
Chinny, over to you.
I'll shout out Jason Gallagher. Gonna shout every time he doesn't write in. I'm gonna shout him out.
Yeah, shout him out.
That's the next game that we play. Shout out to Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Thanks
Shimmy.
Thanks for making my dad happy. He really enjoyed the film. Thanks to that guy.
Thanks.
That's it.
I'm gonna shout out Steve.
Hey, Steve!
Hey, Steve. Shout out Jason. Why not? Shout out Amar, because he's always showing me interesting things. Sometimes he's like Charles Boyle. You remember on Brooklyn Nine-Nine when they kicked Charles Boyle out of the group chat because he wouldn't stop texting every 5 seconds? I was doing the dishes the other day, and I was watching Arrested Development, and I literally couldn't hear the show because every 3 seconds, boom, email from text from Amar, bing, text from Amar, bing. And I said to the Duchess, I'm like, she's like, who's texting you? I'm like, that's Amar. She's like, your Scottish friend? I was like, yeah. And she's like, man, he's texting a lot. I'm like, I know, I can't even hear the show. Bing, damn it. So anyway, I kid. I love getting stuff from him. He sends me he actually sent me a really good stand-up clip, and then I went and looked the dude up. He's on Spotify. He got an album that's a lot older than the clip that he sent, but some good stuff in those clips. So thank you, Amar. And everyone who listens and everyone who's part of our chat room. James Bevan, Soul Brother #1, Ian, we love y'all. Thank you for showing up. And special shout out to Bad Baby.
Take me outside. How about that?
And I'm actually not joking about that right now, because as insipid as she is and as terrible as her music is, she apparently has a scholarship where she's giving away money to people who want to attend trade school and learn about cosmetology or auto repair or whatever. So she's trying to give back to the community, which is pretty cool. So
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, fuck Elon Musk. All right, are we done?
We're done.
That's it, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, good night, much love.
All right, show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Won't you? How about that? Won't you? How about that? Won't you? How about that? Won't you? Take me outside. How about that? Just switch off the television set and go and do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV. Hurry up, it's no good to me.
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
Can I just say, go on.
I think Elon Musk looks like, you know, that Radiohead music video where he's trapped underwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
No
that.
surprises.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely no surprises.
Some kind of squishy person who
with
lives
Elon
in
Musk.
sewers.
Just like a bloated
Elon.
face.
Yes.
No surprises.
What was you going to say?
I was going to say, Kay's friend came yesterday for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And I was most offended.
Why?
Oh. Why?
Most offended.
Like seriously, or is this a leading?
Seriously offended because she asked, "Did I dye my hair?"
Oh.
And it's the
You're
second
not
person who's
offended.
asked me that. Second
Stop it.
person.
You're not offended. You're like,
I was
"I'm
totally
so
offended.
Oh, people think I die, mate. Shut up. Stop it.
And I was like,
Stop it.
Absolutely not. How dare you
That is
accuse
not.
me of
You're not
dying, man?
offended. You're complimented. You're like, oh, you're
Yeah,
flattered.
you
You're
are.
like, oh,
Someone
yeah.
else, I can't
that's
remember who
true.
else asked me that. Somebody else
Oh,
asked me
so
that.
many people
once.
ask me if I dye my hair.
It's like,
I just don't know what to say.
absolutely
My
not.
goodness.
Oh my
And she's
God.
like, well, it's just that you've not got any grey hair at all. And I'm like, nope. I said a bit on my
Well,
chin,
then.
a little bit on my chin, you know, a little bit up front here on my chin. But other than that, no, I haven't got any. But I was just like, you cheeky person. How dare you?
Because you're old.
I know, went to a daytime disco yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
old. That's old.
daytime disco.
Daytime disco. We went to watch Dave Lee DJing.
Sure.
I can't
Who's
say
Dave
his
Lee?
I can't say his real name because it's offensive.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't, right, I can't trust people with two
No, dude.
two first names. As their
Well, he had to
Kendrick
change it
Lamar.
because his real name was Joey N.
Oh goodness. Well, that's a good name to change then. Yes.
So he did change, but it wasn't. It's not the N you're thinking. It's the
What?
more. Well, it's the normal,
Slightly
word.
less.
Slightly
violent,
less
horrible?
offensive version of
Okay, I
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's still not a great name to have as a name.
And it's quite funny because I've been to watch him and I thought, oh, I'll ask Alexa to play some stuff while I'm making tea by him. And it was quite cool. It was quite cool what happened because so I was like, can you play music by Joey N? And then she went, yes,
Awkward.
here's music from Joey Beep. So she says it, but
Yeah.
then it's beeped out. And I was like, it's kind of
Sure.
like, I don't know why she says it and it's beeped out. So there you go. So that's kind of interesting that it's built into would recognize that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the music's great. He was really, really good. He did a 4-hour
Cool.
set. He played loads of different stuff, lots of funky house, soulful house, really like the stuff that I really like. And he mixed it up really well. He sort of, you know, started off fairly slow and then sort of built the sort of mood and energy in the room, and then sort of dropped it back down again, and then built it up again at the end. And he did a really, really good job. Really.
So
good.
he gave us a drop, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So he dropped the energy a little bit, then he brought it back up again. You know, he really,
Yeah.
and he dropped in some classic house tunes every now and again. Yeah, so that was really cool. Some really old 90s classics. He dropped Playing with Knives by Bizarre Inc. at one point, and the room just went mental. That was such a like Manchester anthem, like the Hacienda, etc. It was just the room was going mental. So it was good. I was there from about 5 o'clock till 9 o'clock, and then it were done. And then I was home for bed and cocoa. Didn't have to, you know. Well, I don't drink anymore, so that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But it was still nice and early when it was, you know, we're back home by 10 o'clock.
Sure.
How it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm quite enjoying these
I've
things.
got to get up early in the morning.
Okie dokie, guys. Well, I've got
Okie
to, I
dokie.
have two.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you both to it.
time you
Have a
get up?
nice.
I hope you have a good week.
5:30. I'm up in the morning.
That's earlier than me. Fair enough.
I'm always up at 5:30.
Yeah, he's gonna
for it.
win. Yeah, that's pretty early.
What am I? I think about. I'm